Apa udah balik ya? Wait, babe. Ja, iedereen kan hier zijn. Ik vind dat toch. Dat is het. Kom maar mee aan. I ain't got nobody. Somebody made it. What's up? Take a couple hits for take off it. I'm gonna go apply it. Coming over. Smoke a little bit. 71 degrees and sunshine and kick it out. How you doing? There we are. There's watching. Got like one of my beats going here. Hope everything's good in your neck of the woods. No, no. Hello. Well, you're back. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Let's go outside. Oh, oh. Oh, man. I get shorts on in February. What's March? Very good. Damn, awesome sun again. Look at that. Ah. Why make you the moon? Oh, get a little bit better than okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Nobody can help. I ain't got nobody. Dark in the world. Almost broke river. Fishing license expires in February, so can't go fish. I don't like to do that. With a hatch, over here a minute. I show up. Hey, dude. Yep, I didn't see you there. I just go up there. Drop that. I tried to go. I went to yours, but it was just buffering the whole time. I think that AB was there. Andrea, I think it was another. Here you had shitty signal. I seen your shit. It's like, what the fuck? Snow all over the ground and shit. Fuck that. It used to be that way here. Not no more. 71 degrees. And it's warm. I got short clothes. Hell, last time I came out, there's snow on the ground. Yeah, I fucked up my left toe. Started to heal a little bit. And her out there. Out of the way. You know, it used to give me a little blink there whenever somebody came up like that when you're waiting. It used to make a noise. Don't do it anymore. Hey, Jesse. Hello. What's up?
Hello, Sass. Yeah, they're kind of fucking with my phone, bro.
Yeah, they have to be because you can go live one day and it doesn't do anything. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's coming in and out. You're all glitching out bad. Wow.
I am.
Yeah, you're whatever it's showing me on my side is pixelating out.
That's not here. That's weird. Let's see what.
Now it's okay. Hello, everybody. Jesse James.
Well, can you hear me? Guess so.
Yeah, now it's fine. Now that I said something, it's been literally like tech harassment. It's weird. I'm
That's
over
right.
it. I'm
That's
just
because
saying it's been fucking.
yours was froze up when I was on there. It just showed your bottom half of your face.
Yeah, it's just rough signal out here, man. It's always been a thing. But like right now,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
watching my signal spike full.
when
What's
where I used
that?
to go squatching all the time, it's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, at night it's pitch black. There's not any kind of a light pollution or nothing, and we could never go live down there. Hardly ever. I mean, because we just couldn't get a signal.
Yup.
If I wasn't give you, I'd get that 5 gallon bucket. You have to buy them now. You know what I mean?
Hey, you
Pretty
know
cool.
what's weird? I stepped outside the other day and I fucking went to fire up the generator for coffee and stuff and let the dog out and I smelled a stank of fucking skunk.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
get
let
that
the
too.
dog. Well, that's just it. I went out there to check for footy prints and there was no fucking footprints anywhere. None.
That's
And
weird,
we
dude.
got,
Because that's
I don't know,
strange.
man.
Because
All that.
if you smell a skunk, it kind of got ran over or it's sprayed. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just it. I straight smelled nasty ass skunk bad, and I thought it sprayed over somewhere by the animals, and I didn't go over
Yeah.
by it because I didn't want to get sprayed. So I just started the generator, hooked the dog out, went and make my coffee. Well, it went away when I came out during the daylight. The smell was gone. There was no footprints anywhere around. I can go out and walk and show you right now. There's still no footprints, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
That's pretty crazy. I always look for weed
Yep.
but not in the winter.
Exactly. That's just it. Remember, I was even talking about it. I was like, man, I hope I didn't get a skunk out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That smell is one of a kind. Skunk, Sasquatch. I only had that smell they talk about. I've only had it one time, and it's when these people saw a Sasquatch eating a dog in the road, and me and these two other guys that I used to go with. One of them is a film guy. He used to do like cribs on the country station or some shit. But they went down there, but the dog was ran over, and it was between railroad tracks. It was a roadside park, and there's a highway on one side, railroad tracks, and then a track of woods. And there was all kinds of roadkill there, and on the tracks and the road. You know what I mean? But I went there deep, and I got that smell like you can't really explain it. I got it. Well, I got it for like 2 minutes twice, and it smelled like I don't know, like a wet dog, a dump, sewage, like a I don't know. It was horrible though. I think it's they use it to repel people. You know what I mean? I think they put that
I
out there when they don't wait around.
that's just that's just it. So I strutted around to look for any kind of tracks, and there's no tracks. The only matter of fact, the only tracks that are out there, and again, I could take and videotape it for you,
Yeah.
are the tracks from the possum I took out the other day.
Have you ever looked for structures out in your woods?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're all over, dude. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I
Dude,
figured as thin as you are, the farther you get in
I
the woods, more signs of
I
them.
think I think I get that knock shit. I think they do that knock shit here and there, but I ignore it because I don't. I just try not to pay no attention to that shit.
Yeah, I know, but like sometimes, like if you got 2 or 3 people, sometimes it's like knock on a
Well,
tree 3 times to tell them that there's 3 people coming. So that's
exactly,
theory.
exactly. Well, that's just it. Fucking out here where I live, there's nobody around. The closest guy is like a mile and a half down the road, 2 miles, and he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Well, when it rains out here, it covers up any foot tracks.
Oh
So
yeah,
if anything moves, yeah, the thing is, if anything moves out here after a rainstorm, I fucking know whether it's fresh or not.
yeah.
And
Do you have any owls there that make noise at night?
oh, dude, we got a lot. I do. That's the one thing out here that I cannot believe how many there are. You can sit here and listen to them talking back and forth between like 15 and 20 different owls.
Yeah, but right here at night they start making noise right before dusk and right before dawn. And here they
Yep.
do it. And
But the
sometimes
reason,
Sasquatch imitates them and fox, dogs.
believe it or not, now that you mention it, I haven't been hearing them the last about 2 weeks to a month.
But you'll know if you hear one because it sounds like an owl, but you can tell it's not an owl. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can just
Oh,
tell
yeah.
something weird about the way they do it. It doesn't sound exact. It's scary, dude. I've been out in
Well,
the woods and heard some weird shit. Let me tell you, like it's like that. The first time that one of my first
oh,
videos says Sasquatch in the bushes, and I was down there on that property. I went through all them years, and it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was like, and then I found out later the guy that I ended up going with later, a partner. We were both researching a different area at the same time, and we didn't know it. And then we got on the map, and those woods went all the way to where I was down south. 30 minutes, they all connect together. You know what I mean? Pretty crazy. But we
how long
started.
are
We
you on
started.
tour?
We went up. Hey, we went up into the woods where the original homestead was. Found the foundation, dug it all out. We could see the front porch. It was crazy, dude. And I dug up a bunch of iron skillets, all kinds of stuff. Well, we made that our gifting station. And first, we started putting apples, feathers, Hot Wheels, and then garlic. We did this for a year every Sunday, and we started putting thread in the trees 8 feet tall, and all the thread would just be gone. And then we started putting in a plastic, like a ice cream container with a lid, and then we took it. Then we buried it, or dig a hole, stick that box down in there, and put a big old rock on top of it. And animals can't open something. So here, that's the Allen wrench. Look at shit, people. Look how old that shit is, a floppy disk.
You know what's funny? I don't
It's
know why,
always
but
one shoe. Always one
I
shoe
got
in the.
I got a habit with keeping all nuts and bolts and stuff out of stuff I tear down, and I have like buckets and totes and trays of stuff. But you know what's crazy?
What?
I always keep a trailer out here during the summer that I throw all stuff that gets tore down on. Like it
Yeah,
don't I don't care. Yeah, and I just do it. It's a habit. But guess what? I
the
cannot
hose
tell
still
you
here.
how many times people pull up here with a broke down situation, and I fix it off that trailer of just stuff.
Oh yeah. Hey, look at that. Those hoses are another. If the first time that you have something for like 5 years and you throw it away, then you'll need it the next day.
Yeah, man, always. Yeah,
Always.
I'm gonna crack off this year. Like I said, I'm gonna go into town over the next 2 or 3 days, and I'm gonna make sure my PayPal and all that stuff is going pretty good. And I want to start like a community thing up to where, like, say you want to come visit this summer for a week, you could pay
Yeah,
for
that
your
was.
fucking, we could pay for your bus ticket and stuff like that, and take care of anything that needs to take care of, so that we get, you know, uh, people out to that community location. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you ain't on there, I was gonna put it full screen. See better. Look,
Well,
I'm gonna
that's the
put
thing.
this here. Look, I'm gonna put this on a bone probably tonight. This one here. I'll clean a lot of stuff after you see it like this is but when you clean it up, you never. I mean, this has got all fossils on it. Look, from fern
Uh,
underneath it.
hey, I need to do a stone wall, and I want to put a fireplace cook stove like deal
Yeah.
into the wall. But
Yeah. Hey.
I
Hey,
need
I'll
to
tell
know
you who
what.
to talk to. I'll get a squash. You know the guy Squash Mod. He built one of those in his backyard. He has a wall and it has a big like a pizza oven thing. You're talking about big brick cooking oven. He can cook pizzas in it.
Yeah, the thing is, if I do it just right, that pizza oven thing will also act as a heater unit.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
but the
like
thing
your
is,
dryer in your house when you had a dryer back in the day. You just make sure you leave that like door open, and we'd take quilts or stuff and make like walls. If it,
yup.
and we'd make it where we were all in one room. It saves like hundreds of dollars on
Um,
utilities. Look at that, stand
well,
straight up.
the thing is, I did a hand selected fireplace or a fire pit out here, and I hand selected all the stones so that I could cook fish and stuff on certain
Oh
ones.
yeah,
And a bunch of them cracked. I need to know what stones that will handle heat.
yeah. This is how hot it gets. That's
Yeah,
something
I
that
don't know.
I don't know what kind of rocks you have there, but you can Google anytime. I have to use keywords like rocks, heat, Michigan, or whatever. You don't got to put in a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I know everybody
What
keeps
rocks are
telling
good?
me that use the plan identifier and stuff like that, and I think I'm going to just to at least get some,
Hey,
kind of.
once you start using it, you don't have to use it that long, then you'll know.
Yeah,
That's how
that's
I
what
got
I was
with
just gonna
mushrooms.
say.
I always went to the
Well,
conservation department every year, and they have all that shit. You know what I mean? The conservation department told you all these mushrooms are poisonous and all that, and after a while, you don't got to look anymore.
yeah, well, I definitely want to learn about the wild weeds and stuff because there's like 4 or 5 weeds we have that grow abundantly all over the country that are super good for you, and they're better than any kind of medical help you'll get from the
Look at that
doctor.
one. Look at that one. Hey, this morning about 4:30 or 5, Swan Building came on live, and he hadn't
Yeah.
been live since he went to jail. But he found this mushroom, I don't know, a month ago, and I told him all about it and everything. Well, when he drank like a half a gallon of vodka last night, and he was drunk off his ass,
Yeah,
and he
he
was
came into
laughing
my
and saying
chat
things.
after that.
Yeah, he liked the mushrooms, and he's cooking them. He said it's made his brain like more alert and shit. He's tripping on it. I mean, he loves the way they taste. He's been making tea out of them. He's a
Oh, so
funny dude. Though. I like
he
the guy.
was tripping too. He was tripping too.
No, I mean, he's just tripping on the mushrooms. The ones that I got. He was just because he's drunk. You know how people look at that sitting on that rock.
Yeah, well, he was in my chat for a little bit last night.
Yeah, this is like 4:35 this morning,
Yeah,
and he was drunk as shit. I mean, he said he don't get to drink very often because he can't even go into his own town. You know what I mean?
damn.
They have him trespass for the whole town.
Why? What the fuck did he
But,
do?
okay, he used to work at this store in Swanville. It's a little town, and the people that own it like are run the town. The store was connected to a whole big apartment and all this crap. Well, he worked there, and then they were doing I guess bad stuff like using old meat. You know what I mean? Just shit you ain't supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And they fired him because he gave him shit about it. So then he started protesting. He got signs and shit,
Man,
and I guess it's the wrong people to
damn.
fuck. You know what I mean? Because the first thing that
Uh,
happens, he's standing out in front of the
there's
store
a
and somebody hits him with a car.
there's 2 families like that up here that have been here forever and a day and are wealthy that get away with a lot of shit because of that.
Well, man, they put him in jail and shit for all kinds of stupid shit, like harassing the cops because he called the cops
Yeah.
up every day. Dude, it was crazy for a while. It was really fun though. But then on
Yeah,
New Year's Eve, he was doing a live stream and they came out and arrested him. And he was in jail for
damn.
8 months. He's in jail, at least.
For doing for doing a live stream.
No, for harassing the police and
Oh.
they because he got screwed over at his job. Someone hit him with a car and they didn't. The cops didn't even do nothing. You can believe it. It was crazy for a while. What do you do?
Uh,
He'd give you the phone number, and everybody would call up the police department and say, you better give him a fair shake and all this. And then if you did that, he plays guitar, and they would leave a phone number for somebody like a police department where they live, and he'd call them up and that'd be all nice and say, I got a singing police gram or something. He'd start singing. It's like fuck the police. It was great.
that would be
I
funny.
say
Well,
hey,
he was.
Kenyon, he rode. I don't know if you don't drive, but somehow a city bus came by like a smaller one, to take him to town once. And when he was coming back, the bus driver was being a dick to him, and he recorded it. Oh my God, it was crazy. He told that guy every which way, but
Yeah, he came into my chat at like 5 in the morning, something like that. Played bass guitar for a little while with me.
oh, he did.
Yeah, he was
But,
hammered.
you know, the first time I met him, I don't even know how, but I used to go. I used to go to this stream called Madam Mad and Mystic Warrior. She's like a redheaded, dreaded chick with a bunch of kids and crazy. I mean, I did probably 10 or 15 chats with her. That's bigger than a fucking deer. And then I met Swan Building, and he has a lot of different beliefs than she did. And they were fighting about Black Lives Matter and Antifa and all this shit. And so she got mad and kicked him out. And then the next day he came in, I gave him a wrench, and then she started saying I was a government shill. That's crazy.
You're a government shill. Shut it
I haven't
down.
talked to her since, but I talked to Swanee and still, yeah, me of all people. And she's seen my rock collection. I showed her, you know, like I live in a hotel. I'm really a fucking government shill.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be living there if I was. I think I'd make enough money to get a place to live.
Oh man, I get up, dude. It's this fucking weather just don't feel right. Something says stay out of it. I want to go out and play in it, but I can tell when that animals ain't out in that shit. I don't feel right.
Well, listen, look, it's 71 degrees, and listen, nothing. Hear anything?
Yeah.
I hear crow way back there, but usually the finches and sparrows are out raising hell when it's in the 71 in the winter.
So it's not just me. What? It's not just me.
No.
Okay.
It's everywhere, and not just you. I've heard it from many people.
Yeah, I want
Especially
to go
people
out.
that do Bigfoot research. They're always out in the woods, you know.
Yeah, I want to go out and play in it, but something says don't. I get out there and get started, and it says hurry up, get out of this shit.
Hey, I don't know if you saw that video I shared from what's it called, Big Red Little Smile or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But,
She's fun.
it showed all these people in Ukraine running with the bomb alarms going, you know, woo! And then it then stops and it shows them setting up a camera and said, "Ready, go!" And it was all rehearsed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It was fake. I mean, and one of the bombing things they showed on the news or something, somebody said it blew up, was like a gas explosion from 4 years ago or something. You know, that one time they showed this bunch of firing stuff, and it was a fireworks show at a gun club in Tennessee.
You know what I mean? We got the Nutter Challenge in here. We got Jesse James. We got Wolfie.
Big fan of cats?
What's that?
I saw a big fan of cats.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Prince, how big that is. See that? That's like a cat or a dog, because, you know, deer got hooves. That's fucking huge. But, you know, the zoo's right here. So if something got out of the zoo, it would definitely be back here somewhere in the woods, you know what I mean? And, you know, they're not going to tell that shit on TV or the news. If a lion or some shit got out, or a tiger, you know what I mean? You know, one time in Springfield in like I think it was the 50s, there was a pet store, and some kid went in there, and there's no one. They were doing something, and he let out they had cobras, believe it or not, and he let them all out.
Oh,
and they were all over Springfield. Well, then, like maybe 10 years ago, the guy came out and told that he did it when he's like 50 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they had to catch them all. They had to find them all. You know what I mean? Fucking king cobras. Oh, you don't know how much pain this is walking. My foot is fucked up. Hey, there's a deer. Look at that big white tails. Look, see him? Right there. Look how tall their tails are.
I can't see very well.
They're right up there on the hill. There's two of them.
Are they on the high point?
Oh, here goes another one. Right here. Look how I show you how you think shit can camo. Look at the deer, how big it is. It sits there and doesn't move. You can't even see it.
Walk towards them so I see him move. I can't see him move.
Right in front of me. There you go. See? Right there.
No.
On top of that hill, you can't see him?
No, I can't see it too well on my end.
Wow. There's three of them.
I believe it.
Hey, you know, I saw a thing on Angel Bulldog. She called me last night after I did my rant, and we talked for like an hour and a half. She lives in North Carolina. I think she said she's 73. Which you never asked me how old they are. But she had a thing on her channel about red mercury. Have you ever heard of that?
Not offhand, no. I know what mercury.
Check it out, dude. Red mercury. It's not magnetic, but guess what attracts it?
Huh.
Gold.
Huh.
And then check this out, when you put it in a glass and look in the mirror, it looks just like regular mercury. And then some things you can put it in, you can't even see it. It's invisible. Yeah. And that's probably what they use with regular mercury and magnets, to hover and shit. See, look at this. This is right there. See that limb hanging in that tree?
Hello, Shaz.
Look at that.
Shaz like soy, man. She makes a lot of fucking soy, dude.
Holy cow, I thought it was weed or something, but it ain't. See, look right there. Look at that limb. I call this the Y area. Look at that. See that Y? Look how it's leaning on there, perfect.
Yep.
See, they've been tree manipulating here. They do a lot of it, but it's just pointing at which way to go. You know what I mean? But they're getting ready to make this a nature center, so it's gonna be fucked. See, look, pointing at the water. This was really fucked up, and they got up here and tore all my shit down. This was me off. This right here, I think, is a big mud fossil. I was on this last winter filming. It was covered in ice, and I said, "Blam!" Busted my ass. It hurt too. See, look at all this stuff right here.
Now, how far are you from like the big city? Are you towards mass land? Unoccupied?
No, if this way that I'm pointing is north, and this is that road I live on is the last road in the city limits.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna ask. How wide open is the area? Is it just wide open from beyond?
This just goes to Kansas City. There'll be random. There's random neighborhoods spread out. You know how they do. They'll go and buy some land, put a cul-de-sac, and look out, boys. This used to be where there used to be the old school was back in here, and there's all kind of dumps back here, But the city owns the land. The city owns the land.
Hey, Sass, is it just me or is the North Star not where it belongs?
I don't know, dude. I don't really do much from the night sky. Like I used to watch the Big Dipper and all that shit, but I'm usually live feeding at night unless I'm fishing. Man, I almost went and got my fishing license today. That's why I didn't go to the river, because I'm afraid I'd fish. And I gotta get license expires in February.
You shouldn't have to ask permission to forage.
I know. That's like, they changed the law in Missouri where the conservation agent can't cross a fence in private property and give you a ticket. They can't go back there. I mean, you have to have a license to fish and hunt on your own land. That's bullshit.
Yep. After they tax the fuck out of us.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Just like
hold on a second.
Yeah, purple. This is all no trespassing.
No shit, wow.
What's up, Ronnie Moore? Hey, Derby. See, look, there's another Y limb leaning just like the other one. And out here's got the grapevines, it's big around his 2 legs.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a small grapevine right there. Look at that. See that footage? Look at that. And there was a fad in the 70s and 80s where people were making all that shit out of grapevine. Remember that? Reese and crafts, and so most of the places around here are gone for grapevines like that because they come out and got it all to make shit out of it. I've only been caught one time out here, and that was like a month ago. And I was walking back a little bit farther, and the guy was in the tree stand. But he was cool. I was live when I did it. Might saved me. You can see it's a trail. Game trail. Look at all the deer. See this? This here, all these rocks are all tools and big axe heads and shit. Look, every one of them, and they're all piled together. Look at that. See that shit? Look how big that is. See, look at that. I'm telling you, dude. They picked all that shit up and they put it on top of their trash. The trash underneath this shit. Old trash. You know what I mean?
Finding that fucking hand grenade, that fucking tripped me out a little bit.
I know. You make you think like somebody brought it back from World War II and said, fuck it, just threw it in the woods or out on that back road. See, look at that. Yeah. These are big ass tools. Oh. Man, you know that the ball below your right below your toe, the big toe? That's where I'm fucked up and I can't put no weight on it. I think I did it out here. I think one day I fell, but I just got back up and kept going. You know, sometimes that shit don't hit you till the next day when you calm down. I know it's too hard to walk on them fucking rocks. I'm sweating just from, I think, from pain. I've been back here 9/10 of the year for 4.5 years back here every day. I've seen one person one time.
Oh, you gotta work this wood stove, man.
See, look, purple.
Spring, baby.
See what?
I always gotta work this damn wood stove, man. I can't wait for spring.
I bet. How often do you have to stoke it?
Every 2 to 4 hours. It depends on what kind of wood I got going.
What kind are you burning right now?
I just threw some ash in there, and to be honest, I'm not really paying attention. I'm just grabbing stuff that's good and with the bark falling off.
That's like when you go camping or to the river or whatever. There's so much dead wood everywhere in the forest. Like right there, look at that. That shit's been there for years.
Right now, what I'm doing, yeah, see that right there? That's some wicked stuff. Yeah.
It burns hot and quick though. It burns fast.
Well, what I'm finding is some of the stuff, like say there's 2 trees growing off, one side will be dead and the bark will be falling off. I'll cut that side that's dead off. And that stuff seems to be so dense, I have to use a maul. I can't split it with a regular axe. Really? And it burns hot and longer. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, sometimes that real light wood's like
listen, I float around my lot and I try to only take the dead stuff. I don't want to damage my lot. Yeah, the trees are dead. A lot of trees are dead. And then, right there, see that tree? Yeah, it's hedge apple. Try. That's hedge apple right there. They're gonna try, Derby. You know, hedge apple is the hardest wood there is. Osage orange. The natives used to prune them. No weapon shall prevail against me. No, he said if you're not home, don't go back to get anything because you ain't gonna need it. Yeah. Really? Yep. With the authority of God and Jesus, you got that armor on. It's it's Teflon. You know what, Sass? I was talking with the guy and I said, you know what? It's really shocking when you come free from the matrix from this one point. The fact that you can walk off into the woods with a pocket knife or a hatchet and you'll be all right. Exactly. I've been that way since like some grade, you know what I mean? Yeah, but this dude, you know what this dude turned and said to me? He said, yeah, but that makes you dangerous. And I'm like, what? It does to the government. It definitely does. They don't want people like that. They want people that play games and stay in their little cubicle and pay their taxes and do what they're told. And, they give you freebies every now and then, so you'll stay in there like money. Money will buy anything if it's enough money. You know what I mean? Derby, but I'm watching, you know what? I'm watching a lot of tree species die off, but I'm watching other ones sprout up twice as fast, and that's a fact. Yeah, if something dies, something else will take its place, definitely. Yep, I can walk around and show you right now. I'm not scared of that. But like this little river here. You're right. They're doing something that affects them. I'm watching them bend over and stuff. Like they're literally just bending over. Well, what it is, the chemtrails kills them on top, and then when it rains, it gets into the soil and it gets the roots. They get it from both ends, outside and inside. Some of the trees that fall over, they're already hollow before it even hit the ground, and that happened after they hit the ground usually. Because shit eat all that. The mulch, the inside of a tree's got salt in it. Hey Derby. You know them judges? Them fuckers are sweet when you can shoot buckshot out of them cocksuckers. That shit's crazy, bro.
Hey, you know what you do
Dude,
if you see a hey, what do you
I
do if you see
call
a judge
I love
bouncing
it.
on one leg in the field? You reload.
Dude, I couldn't believe the price of fucking Colt 45. Oh my god, dude. I about shit myself. Oh my
Hey,
god,
dude,
dude.
went up to bleach. Used to be $1. Now it's $3.54 for what was $1 for bleach, because bleach is kills corona and shit. You know what I mean? They're jacking
Um,
everything up. You know, they did this on purpose. I mean, look at all the
I think
small business that went out of business and all the money they made just off this.
hey,
You know what I mean?
I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I kind of stay to myself. But all I do is take care of myself when I feel like shit, and I'm fine. I'm
Well,
okay. I'm
my
right
foot
here.
stuck up. You know, most people when it happened when they went to the doctor, but a hospital is the farthest thing I'm staying away from right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go to a hospital. If I broke my leg
No,
right
man, no
fucking now,
way.
I wouldn't even listen. I wouldn't even go to the hospital. I'd take care of it myself. No bullshit.
Because think
I
about it,
do it.
people used to get
I'm
sick going
not.
to the
Listen,
hospital back
I'm
in the
not
day.
even. Dude, my family would be here bugging the fuck out because I wouldn't go to the hospital for a broken leg, and I'd tell them shut the fuck up and help me take
Hey,
care of
dude,
this dude.
I've
I'd tell
never
them
went for
shut the
stitches.
fuck up.
I sew myself up with a needle and a thread when I get cut or
I'll come
anything.
check.
I'll use
Hey,
fishing line if I have to.
I'll come check you out, Derby Ministries. I'll check you out.
Hey, he plays guitar too. You got a
Does he?
Sasquatch song. Hey, Darby, you want to come up and play the Sasquatch song?
Ah,
That's
yeah,
it.
they're trying. Listen, it's for the haves. Listen, what they're going to do is it's called the haves and the have-nots. And the thing is, the have-nots are going to start stealing, and then people are going to handle them, and that's just what's going to end up. They're trying to force us into conflict.
First place people are going to go is people that told them they were hoarders. What do you call it? People that stored all that
Yep.
food and shit. Preppers. That's be the
Yep.
first place people are going to go rob.
Listen,
Oh,
Sass,
serious.
I didn't store none of that shit. I stored up one bullshit closet with beans and rice. So in order to do anything, you got to work. To do anything functionable from my stuff, you have to literally do labor, even if you stole it from me.
What about that millennium shit? Everybody went and bought a generator and all that shit.
Yep, fuck that.
I knew
Yep.
a guy I used to live with prepped for that, and all the stuff he prepped and bought, it all rusted in the cans. He had to throw it all away. Every bit of it.
Well, shit, during them last emergencies, I was hearing of people getting shot fucking trying to steal gas. They were fucking shooting and
People
trying to,
used to fight over
people were trying to
fucking
steal
at
gas.
Christmas. Remember that when people used to fight over
Yep.
fucking dolls and toys at Christmas for the kids at the store? What the fuck, you mean?
He said, not today. I'll put it on my music channel. I'll come check you out, Derby. I'll make sure to get over there and sub and leave a message.
Hey, he almost made it, in Hollywood and or whatever in music, and he said he's glad he didn't because he would have been sucked into the system. You know?
Yep. And you know what? That's why I play the way I do, Sass. I could see that corruption and evil stuff
Yeah.
at a distance. Even though I got down to Slayer, the thing is, over the decades, I started, stretching away from them because of what they were putting out. They went away from what they started off as. Because if you
And
listen to
you know what?
original Slayer, a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff is history. Listen, they're talking about what they did to the Indians during the war crime. And then
Oh,
all
there's
of
a
a
lot of
sudden it went
truth
from
in music everywhere.
exactly. But the thing is, if you were to take the words out of Slayer, it's all historical fact. So they're basically spitting history. But all of a sudden they went from spitting history to spitting devil incantations and shit.
Because they sold out. They sold out and took the big ride.
Yeah. Listen, and I can point it out. They went from no radio play, very little support from MTV. All of a sudden, they're on Jimmy Kimmel Show live, national TV, and they come out with albums called "God Hates Us All," "World Painted Blood," fucking. I mean,
Hey,
and their whole theme changed. Listen, the whole theme changed. It wasn't about history no more. It was about evil devil
the
shit.
agenda. The Luciferian. I knew times got different whenever was it crazy? I. They were. That was
Yeah,
the song
and
for
then they're
a.
gonna listen,
That was
and
for
then
a
they're gonna
band
cut my
commercial.
phone.
Hey, it was a band commercial, soccer mom
Fuckers.
band. And the kids were singing the song to Ozzy and the band. It was a commercial
I
for it.
can't, Sass, I can't understand nothing. They're cutting my phone up real bad.
Okay.
Fuckers.
Hey, that might be where I'm at too. Sometimes you get
Now
across
you're coming in.
ley lines and shit sometimes.
Hey, hey, ray of sunshine. Hey, ray of
What's up, Ray?
sunshine. Somebody asked me to talk to you for them, and I can't
Oh,
remember who.
yeah, they don't want to go back to Steven. I'm just joking.
I
They're worried about you
I told him
because you're hanging
I
out with
told him I'd
me.
remember who. Damn,
They're
you're
hanging
fucking
out with
with my
me, and they
phone,
said,
bro.
"Hey, I watch everything, dude. I just don't comment no more. I ain't stupid. I still do what I always did. I just don't say nothing no more because people don't understand me and always take me the wrong way. So I
You're
just watch."
cutting up.
Hey, Andrea. Andrea knows. Right.
Yeah, it's better.
Hey, UPS used to do these commercials, and they would say brown nose. That's funny as shit. Last year I got mushrooms this time of year. I ain't any up so far. Just
Why do you make me keep you on the chain? I don't like you on the chain, but you're a fucking bonehead.
what if you woke up and they had a collar on you and it was reverse roll? That would suck, wouldn't it? Hey, look, this is a foundation to the old original schoolhouse. Look, see it?
Damn, man.
Check us out. This is a long time ago. 18. Look at that.
I don't know whether it's your signal. I don't know whether it's your signal or mine. How's it sound to you guys?
I can hear you just fine. Hey.
Well, if it's
Crusade.
mine, I want to step out and try to come back because I'm not touching my phone and it says I got full signal.
No, those oyster mushrooms I passed were from last year. They're hard as rock, and they're really, they're not really oysters. Not what I consider oysters. Oysters are tender. Those they're always hard. Let me see. Let's do this and hope he's gone. My foot messed up, but now I'm starting to feel better. I need to get out on it. I either broke my toe. I don't know what I did. Jammed it. The first few days I couldn't check it. Try to cool down. See, the old tip more. I'll dry that. Some mushrooms I don't eat just because they ain't worth it. See, here's the old milk bottle from school. They're everywhere here. They're everywhere. They're all broke though. They ain't broke. See, this perfume. Yeah, it's got Pepsi. No, that's a half pint. I've got several I found that weren't broke, but I had to get around to them. I found all kinds of shit in the kitchen. More it rains, more treasures come up. Sweating in March. There's the old fence up here. I don't know, I told you guys a couple years ago I found a dead guy out in the woods. He was a bit in bedroom. Anyway, I gotta talk about it. Well, I did. Right down there. I went back to the site after the cops got through, like a month later, and I found his neck bone and his jawbone. And no one claimed him or nothing, so I put it in that hole right there. I kind of made it a little coffin like that. Yeah, it was covered up, but just the water comes down through there and take that shit out. I hope somebody don't find him, turn it in, they'll think it's another body here. See, here's one of them. That's a half pint. All these old dumps of people that just not shot all this stuff and broke it. They had a museum. They just stuck a hole and buried it all. There's no air to get through. It's a tarp over it. But hindsight's always 20/20. The cars we drove around high school now were a couple $100,000. This is a game trail, and they just turn it into a path. Someday I might be walking out here and see nature somewhere. That's turk, which is plant. So people smart can find those small green propane tanks. You get like even at Walmart, see they're 2 for $7 something. But if you buy a 20-gallon propane tank, and you get a little adapter, you can fill those green tanks back up for 81 cents. So it's like getting 7 instead of 2. And you can cook with them, heat with them, make a bomb out of them. It's pretty handy. See, yes, the turkey tail's all dried up. That's Napper Hill, where they made all their stone. Arrowhead. This shit here, it's got shit going. It's like tunnels. Right. Okay. I need that off. I'm just gonna keep filming when I get back. We'll probably go till what is today? Wednesday? So Thursday. I go till 7. There he is. It's starting to cool down fast now. The sun's going down. You know what?
Yeah, it was cold. It was cold all day to here. It was pretty
Hey,
chilly.
look, there's always just one sock. Always look. Hey, look here. That's a little pump. See it? Hand pump. Look. See it springing in? You know, for like airing up a mattress or anything. It's good for a blower for a fire. You know, one of those kinds. And it's not broken. It's good plastic. Taking that money. I mean, you could if something happened within a month of being in the woods, if nobody fucked with me, I'd have a fucking hotel and a fucking pool and a garden. You know what I mean? That's when they used to have Survivor on. My ex used to say they gave him a fucking spear gun, fishing pole. The motherfuckers couldn't eat. You know what I mean? First time they shot the spear, they lost the fucking dog. You know the fucking idiot. Oh, that was a bird point. You drop off again? Hey, what's up, Modoc Ruff? You know, I think what was with him? You know what I think irony is that when they cut off everything, they'll leave the cell phones on so people can. You know what I mean? I do. I think they'll leave them on just so they can track you. If you got that cell phone on, they know where you are. As long as you're staying at home and doing what Uncle Sam tells you, they don't give a shit. As long as you keep ordering shit online, paying your taxes when you get paid and you buy shit. I really do. I think that'll be the irony. That the whole world will be fucked up. Yet you can still talk to people. That'd make it worse, if you ask me. You know, I'd be better off. Look at that one. You'd be better off. Oh, look, that's a light. It's glass for a light. Look, for a porch light. It's the same one I got on my wall. I think people carry back though. I forget that. I stash shit out here all the time if I can get it. There you go. That's funny. That's going down. Let's see, like, if you went to the store, try to buy this motherfucker, it'd be like $4 or $5. Show you, America doesn't. Oh, well, it wasn't that now. They broke it. Maybe why they took it off. That thing was flimsy. I love songbirds. Sound good, don't it? Here's a whippoorwill. Not sure. Oh. You know, I have new videos on every day, no matter what, because when we were all going through the mess with spaghetti and meatballs, I put like 1,000 videos on private, just so he wouldn't manipulate, you know. And now, ooh, that's a good piece. Look at that scraper. See that? But now I'm going back and putting them all public again. And you have to do one at a time. And then it's not. So you see on my feed it says 2 years ago or a lot of songs I sang. Yeah. I'm sweating my nuts off. Yeah, I think I get it right. Just Mr. Gander's having that Bumfuck Egypt connection. Oh, man, I love it. You don't get it better than this. I get it. Be out in the woods running by myself all day. No worries. Kuna Matata. Anywhere. See, look at that point in that water. And it's a Y. See that? Every time it's the same. Luckily, I got high pain tolerance. Been that way my whole life. Lucky. Okay. Like grace God. Can I get an amen? Man, I used to watch the Holy Rovers back in the day. Yelling and shit. Great. Oh. Can't get away from man now, though. I don't care how far you're going. Because flooding, anything that floats will float. Go down the damn river. Oh, I think gas is up to 3 something. Yeah, 320. All this thing. Mold. Go, go, go. There's a... Yeah! Yeah! I've been in State Park a couple years ago. I went with my other people. So I always took off my own always. And we were there the minute it opened. 6 a.m. No one had been there yet. And it flooded the night before. And it was massive water. And I got in a creek bank. Something started throwing rocks at me. I always throw them back. I went on for like 20 minutes. Then I went around the bend. There's a wild looking structure right there on the gravel. I mean, it's wild. Right there. Okay, what it is. Still fun. Sun's about to go down. What's it say, Mr. Gander? Joe Beacon, what's up? Can I get a rain in? I'm there right now, dude. I live on Ron. I used to be used on a pawn shop. Now I'm top ramen. But when you had all the gadgets and gadgets, it ain't, you know, food doesn't even thrill me anymore. I only eat because I have to. I only eat when I have to. I'd rather stay running on empty all the time. Your body gets used to it. And then I'm telling you, I need to start writing the shit down I've done my whole life. It's work. If you don't eat once a day, like I do, you hardly go to the bathroom. And I don't drink water. So your body would absorb almost every bit of it. That's why dogs eat shit. Their nose is so sensitive. They can smell the undigested food. There's no protein to them. Creepy. That's part of me. They usually, I got some itch. Down on my shoulders. Got some good cardio today. Yeah, I don't like. I never. See, used to. If I was younger, I was just said what I thought. In order to not offend anyone or hurt their feelings. I'm not gonna say that. I'm learning. It took me 59 years, and they're late than ever. They've been here since last summer. I'm saying, people don't give a shit. We don't have trash anymore. It's called waste. I say it all the time. Most shit people throw away still works. They just want the newer kind. And no one else is going to buy it. Hell, all through my life, always got shit. Most of the time second hand. I mean, I got a Walkman. When everybody else had this one, I didn't give a shit. I'm not materialistic. I got a credit card. Yeah. I don't owe nobody a penny. Got too stoned. You can't get too stoned. I just got ripped. That helps though. Dabs really helps the pain. That shit's potent. I first started coming here when I moved over here. I worked at the fairground many years. But I get right down here and I keep finding change right along those railroad ties. And then I finally figured it out. All the people that park here, when they drop money and it rains, well, look where it's going to end up. The lowest spot. Times are harder now. I haven't done any change in a long time. Now I used to go to Walmart. I walk up there and I go down the fence row. People take their keys out of their pocket. You know, losing money all the time, don't even know it. And then blow all the way down against the fence. I like $7 at Dollar Tree that way one day. How do you find money out here all the time? 5:48. Ray of sunshine. Yeah, I guess you don't go over to Stevens anymore either, huh? You know, time is money and, life's short. I don't mind going to places. I'm going to learn something. But I'm not going to go somewhere with somebody trying to teach something that don't know what you're talking about and listen to everybody. That's Deb Ware. I don't care what anybody says. She stalked me, lied about me many times. Still does. And then she tells Michigander, can you do us a favor and go over to Mark's stream and tell Ray of Sunshine we're worried? And because he has me and Steven blocked. Yeah, the purple D, I have you blocked forever because you want to show your face and no one's heard your voice. You could be anybody. No one even knows you're a girl. I forgive her. So I don't forget. I forgive her like 3 or 4 chances. Bitch stab me in the back every time. It's just plain truth. You love everybody, but you don't get to like them. And,
Hey, you want to see something crazy?
Yeah, YouTube.
Watch this, dude. I don't even know. Yeah, they're fucking with my phone, so I can't even understand you, man. This sucks. Hold on a second. Let me see if this will let me do it. But watch this. I don't even know why I did this. I noticed it one day and I did it. But watch this.
Yeah. What is that? I can't see, dude. All I can see is dark in there. It looked like it was blue in there.
Why I did that, dude. Did you see that shit?
No, I just saw like a blue light and a shelf with a window behind it, but I can't see anything else.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You know, you're talking about a good servant. He stayed over at Tony's for over a year. I was like, how in the world can anybody talk?
Listen, they're just fucking me over because I have full signal, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I can't hear you.
Hey, dude, hey, I get kicked off my own stream all the time, and people are still on there. And how is that when they're on there through my signal? You know what I mean? I can't even get back in my stream half the time.
Here, let me see if it'll fucking let me do it again. That pisses me off, dude. That's rotten shit, dude.
What the fuck is that? Well, it's a glow stick, I think.
Here, watch this. You see this?
Are you lifting the window up? Yeah. All I could see was that you lifting the window up.
Yeah, I can't even hear you, man. It's just robot on my end. This sucks, dude. And I got full signal.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Dude, man. It's so fucking lame.
I wonder if they can hear us in the stream, though. You guys hear him and me? I tell you, his laugh I used to like was Burt Reynolds. His laugh was just fucking crazy. Robin Williams is pretty good too. Look at it going. Who knows? It's called, when you live in the sticks, though, they ain't got to mess with you because it's a what's it called, line of sight. That's what that shit is. That's hospital person. So I lived in a place before where I don't know what it was, but it had something on the walls. I couldn't even use my phone inside at all. I wouldn't do nothing. I never had any trouble until I switched to Motorola from Samsung because I wanted the stylus. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Carter. Robins. See, they don't leave in the winter. Hey, still here. Look, those are darling. No, they're robins. Yeah, orange breast. They used to leave. Look how many there is. 1, 2, 3. Look at all of them are robins. Used to when I was a kid, when you saw a robin, you knew it was spring because they weren't here. They'd come back. And ducks don't even go north or south. They just stay here. Crazy. Now the birds coming out. See, not in the woods, but up here in town where they can eat out of trash. And I used to have about 200 flowers that bloomed in my yard that I planted, and there'd be no honeybees on them at all. And then I'd go around the side of the house where the trash was, where the kids threw their pop cans down. There'd be a million bees on them pop cans getting the sugar from the syrup. See something over there with a handle, maybe. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. Even the bees are getting lazy. Like there's a lot of chicken and turkey farms here, and and they were taking the dead turkey carcasses at one place and throwing them out in this field. That's it. I'll see if I can find it when they dump their food out there. I'll see if I can find the footage for it because after about, I don't know how long it was, that field where they throw the turkeys, there was hundreds and hundreds of eagles there. And they were just staying there and eating these carcasses and weren't even hunting anymore. So they made them quit. It was wild. I mean, I saw that too on video where somebody some chicken. No, somebody farmer went to town or something, had the back of the truck full of feed, and he came out and there's 50 eagles in there eating that shit. That's wow. You hurt your foot, you're down. Shaq broke his toe one time in basketball. He said the worst pain he ever had in his life. There's another golf ball. I seen a couple guys out here tonight with golf clubs. I didn't know they were actually chipping. I thought they were just practicing. That was a Nike. That's the other one. A bird on it. Tailor made. Alright, that's good balls. I've got a bucket full of golf balls. I find them everywhere. They're stupid because they cost good money. Good money. When I bought at the pawn shop, first thing I do when I bought golf clubs, pick out all the balls. We play at a place called Hidden Valley. And in spring, it's full of clover. And they bring, white. So you have to use different colored balls. So you couldn't find them. But softball in the winter too. That snowball tournament. We had bright green and orange softball. First time in life. In your moment. See, in the hood. Go ahead and show us it is. Yeah, like it. They're remodeling the backside. Track. I've got one that's a little bigger than that. Over. In the ghetto. So you changed your name to Andrea Nose? I was walking in the woods. Now I'm walking back to the ghetto I live in. And I'm just gonna keep screaming. Hopefully I won't be here a lot longer. My daughter lives in Blue Springs by Kansas City. Her old man got a job down here making the same amount of money, and the cost of living is way cheaper. So after about shit 7 or 8 years, she's moving back. They both have hopefully get a house in the basement. That's second hard place right now. Hey, look, here we go. How come it's not leaving the trail? Oh well, that's a contrail. See that? See, it's called vapor steam. Just a hot motherfucker in here. Lord have mercy. Oh, it's time to smoke some weed. You know, I've been doing this a long time. School's like 9/10 of the people that came on the streams. Now they do their own live stream. Nope. Yeah, where I lay my head is home. Yeah, well, your check is the bribe they give you for your dreams. You know what I mean? Yeah, that thing has a spring in it. That pump, that blower. Oh, look on. Yeah, 15 minutes. Ah, yeah. Woo! Anybody want to come up? No, no. Cool. Yeah, Elvis died on the throne. Don't say that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, Priscilla, I need some Twinkies down the cheeseburger. Hey, let's just do that. That's cool down. Hour and 14 minutes. Breathe. Are you twisting it? You and your doobies. Taking it to the street. I just don't like that reeking shit. I'm Betty. Oh, you got to take hard to clean that fucking volume knob out. Yeah, with the radio equipment one here sometimes. Oh, audio slave. Sounds ordinary. Oh, I like that one rock. That one, I'm gonna make a hack out of. Two obvious though. Oh, I got two rocks. The 88-year-old boss had the worst day, and I'm no longer working there. Freedom. Wow, 88. I'll bet that was a blast. I worked for an old man once. So I could. I heard about freedom. I quit the slave system like 2011. Worked my whole life. Yeah, that guy, my boss is old. He told me one time, he goes, "You're one of those people that you got to tell them every now and then they're doing a good job." I said, "What's wrong with that?" It's not a raise. You know, his boss don't usually talk to you unless you're doing something wrong. Yeah, I heard you. music is, dude. Gotta found that. Except screwdriver. I found so many tools walking, knives, you name it, money. What do you do with that money, honey? How do you get your kick? Sweat. There you go. Yeah, I tell people, criminals that live get old too. You know what I mean? They do, and they get away with shit more when they're old. They act like that innocent old man shit when they used to be a thug. And they're the ones that, when they're old, they bitch more than anybody. I remember when stupid people did not make it to old. You know what I mean? They didn't make it to adulthood. Those motherfuckers drowned in ponds and shit. Like, I don't know what happened. It rocked swimming. Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna try to turn on. I don't know if it'll hot. I need some music. You're right. Hello. Can't believe it actually worked. It passed. I don't know what it is, but certain times the hotspot kicks ass, and then you get earlier in the morning. Man, stomach, stomach. Houston, we have government hospital. Yeah, Uncle Sam, kid, what? Probably but well, I hate it, but it don't work. Spoiled. Wait 2 seconds, something we get mad. Wow, not bad. I've been thinking really hard about auditing. I've done it. I ain't scared. I mean, never been in jail, and I work police video. I talk to cops all the time. Thought about going a different route about it though. Thought about telling them, how the cops all get a bad rap on TV, and that would have turned it around and make them look good. I made quiet. No, no, I don't give a shit. I don't care what happens. Run down there and see direct theaters. I watched some badass auditors take some shit. Although one of them last night got arrested, pulled in a gas station, filming a stop. This guy didn't fuck around. He told him back off, fuck you, all that shit, and then he came up at the end of that audit. Not the first time. Flag. Can't believe you go there, Mr. I like you, but he's gonna ride around with some guy doing DoorDash and he sit there and stared at him in the car all day. Now he's doing it all night long too, and he has not even listened. Done with it. Come see, come saw. Like you live, ain't quite there probably. Can't go there anymore either. Stream with somebody every day. I can take it. 7, I don't know, dude. Oh yeah, financial record is best. That's hard to get to. Have to do some of that. I'm with the IRS. fake remote. One of them was live. And it's supposed to FUX Russia. Let's play this. Well, yep. You got something to watch on badass. Jury rigging here. Badass. Right up my alley. Oh, get old Popo here. Start talking about the cops here. I got lots of rocks. Dude. Always trying to remember which side the camera's on. Face. In the ghetto. Oh, it's the wrong way. There we go. Let's put the camera in the other camera. Cool. Yeah, we can figure that out now. Key to banana. Oh, really? What happened? Can't lift off. Uh, oh, it's on the screen. See, I mean, the camera figuring out which way the damn camera. I should. Where you get to see the reflection of the stone itself. Really good knowledge I already know. But I can't read it. That fucking music is annoying. God, it's a heartbeat. But it's trip. I think, you know what? Now that I intrigued you, I'm going to put this link in the chat. So if you want to see it, it's really good. I'm serious. Badass. It shows that a lot of fakery going on about the Titanic and Lusitania and the people that got killed on it. You know, some of them became like the ruler of Spain and shit like that. You know what I mean? Pretty insane. And that's from Angel Bulldog. So it's formative. Yeah, here we are live. Oh, I can see. Did you ever catch my last 10 uploads? I just gave you a rinse, though. I will definitely look at them. Taz, you didn't have a rinse either? Now you do. Had one in your name, but didn't have one. See, you can't see that on the Gypsy Auditor. Add moderator. I didn't even know you were here. Wolf within, add moderator. Hey, Modoc, I'll give you one. Think about it. Mod it up. Yeah. I call troops. I want to catch that later. You want to try to come back up, Michigan, or maybe get on this motherfucker now? Play some music or something, dude. You're going to have to learn at least one song so I can give you hell. It's just easier when you know it. Oh, it's easier for us. I figured Patrick, that's his name, would be around. He likes to sing. Play a little air flute. Patriot. About that. That's part. Music. I love the song right now.
He was saying grace over Tuesday blue plate special when the man in the next booth said,
I have to listen to the song with him.
don't you watch TV? Don't you know that God's a myth? I hate to see you waste your breath, 'cause there ain't no use talking to a ghost that don't exist. The praying man said amen and looked up from his plate. He said, you may not talk to God right now, but there's gonna come a day. 'Cause whether you're a farmer in the field, praying for the rain, or you cursing at the graveside,
Get my shoes off.
'cause you call the loved one's name, you can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not, in the end, everybody talks to God.
Woo! And like, woo! Opposite of you. I know my shit, bro.
Man in the booth went quiet, 'cause he didn't have a comeback. So he shrugged it off and paid his tab, shuffled out the door. And the praying man, he prayed for the man who drove away, hoping he would see the light before it got too late. But how was he to know he touched an unbeliever's soul? We got that conversation 2 red lights down the road. 'Cause whether you're a farmer in the field, praying for rain, or you curse him at the graveside, 'cause he called a loved one's name, You can thank and you can blame it. Either way, you're gonna face it. Whether you believe in him, 'cause in the end, everybody talks to God. Everybody talks to God.
Woo!
You can thank and you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him, in the end, everybody talks to God.
Hey, dude. I guarantee you, if you think your day's over, you're going to talk to somebody, aren't you?
Yep.
You're not going to sit there and just go, well, I guess I'll turn to fucking dust. I mean, what would life be? It can't just be done, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know, Derby. I don't know why you have that double speak thing going sometimes.
I don't know.
You know that?
Man.
Hey, you know that wreck? There was a wreck on the interstate a couple months ago, and I got the rear spoiler. It got knocked off the car, the rear spoiler, and I got the grill. They were both knocked out of the car. Oh, hey, I used to do that. You know, we used to make those gravity bongs. You take a 2-liter bottle and poke holes in the bottom, you know, like 100 of them, and then we'd put foil bowl on the top, you know, and you push it down in the water, and then you put the foil bowl on top of the 2-liter, and then we'd roll a joint and we'd cut it up in pieces, and then you take a lighter over that and you lift it up, you know, and it sucks it down in there. But when it was about half empty, you nail it, and you could clear a whole joint in one hit. You know what I mean? I'm talking 1982.
Oh, I forgot to do my Hitler mustache. Damn it, man. I forgot.
Heather.
No, I'm gonna shave my mustache and I'm gonna go with just a Hitler mustache.
You had to do one of those handlebars.
No, I'm gonna do a Hitler mustache and I'm gonna act like Hitler everywhere I go because
That's
everybody's
only like right below your nose, about an inch wide, right below your nose.
The way I look at it, dude, if I get that Hitler thing going just right, maybe people will listen to me and do what I say. Everybody else is listening to Nazis and shit.
Well, I mean, you can say anything nowadays. You know, LGBT, and now it's LGBT queer. It has Q on there now for queer. I'm like, when queer is acceptable, they used to hate that word.
There are no cool cats left in America because the streets are full of queer. No, I got in trouble for that. They kicked me off.
Guess what? I've been quiet for too long, but you know, as long as you don't get around me, I'm not gonna say nothing. But you start saying stuff about that, I'm gonna tell you what I think. It's just, you know, I'm gonna.
They said it was hate speech and kicked me offline.
Well, you know, exit only. You know, there ain't nothing supposed to go up your pooper. It's out.
Hey, man, I fucking Zach Wilds. Hey, Zach Wilds. He came and fucking. I was invited to their shit. I didn't even go to their shit. I was invited to their stuff, and we were cracking funnies on a fucking feed thing, and I called him a cracker. I called Zach Wild a cracker, and they booted me for a month.
Hey, there was that Diane Wood, it's Ninja and Yolandi. They're from South Africa. They get American tour, and I can't remember where it happened, but some guy on the tour with them and one of the other bands was that way, and I can't remember what he did, but the Ninja guy beat the crap out of him, and they couldn't tour like 5 towns because he beat up a homo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care what anybody does, just, you know, but don't push it on the kid. That's where it starts. Why do they need a drag queen reading to kids in the library? You know what I mean?
I think that's the biggest problem I have with it too, because I mean, I totally believe in everybody having their freedoms. If it's what's making you happy, go ahead. You're gonna have to answer for it in the end, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But don't do it. Push it on people. I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, it's just like that one guy that you said was drunk as fuck last night. He came into my chat, and when he came up on panel, I could tell he was fucking hammered. He was drinking something, and I went with
vodka and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, but he was coherent. I could understand what he was putting out there, even though he was drunk. So I just let it go. I was ready to say something, but I let it go, and by the end of the fucking live stream, it was all good.
Yeah, he just kept drinking and then I got him at the end of the half gallon. And man, he
Yeah,
was laughing and crying. He was laughing though, dude. It was good. He needed a good laugh, you know. I've never seen him that happy and laughing ever because he don't drink
that's
that much, you
cool.
know.
That's cool. Yeah, he was on my feed from like I'd say like 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock until like 8 to
And
whenever I
you believe
stopped
the
at
shit
8 or
they've done to him though. They really ran over him about his rights, dude. Like he even had signs out in his yard that said "fuck the cops" and shit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And they made him take them
Gotcha.
all
That's
down.
why.
And
Listen, we went to play a music song, and he was fucking rapping, pretty loud, playing his bass and doing something
yeah,
else I don't recollect. But I muted him for the music, and he got all pissy and left. And I told him, I said, "Look, dude, it was nothing personal. We were all muted trying to listen. So do your
yeah,
thing. You can get pissy and you can leave. I don't care. Or you're more than welcome to come back up.
yeah,
It's up to you. Well, then I decided to leave, but he kept blowing my chat up, and I told him, "Look, dude, you need to fucking chill. And I
yeah,
told him, I told him, dude, we sit here and smoke weed all day long. I'm not a hypocrite. I was like, I just don't want a sloppy drunk that I can't understand. Everything you were saying, you were coherent. I could understand what you were saying. I'm good with it. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, I
So I
mean,
just,
like Meep used to get drunk all the time, bad to where like Truther 2020 Bob. I mean, he's a nicest going guy. And one time he banned Meep for a while because he'd come on there drunk as shit. Meep's the same age as me. You know what I mean?
well, it's like
And one night,
Derby. I'm subscribed to Derby, and I like watching him for a long point. He's got a little spiel that he does, and I get what he's getting at, and that's when I leave. I already know what he's going into. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I get his point, and it works, but I'm not the person he's trying to work it on, so it's all good.
I
You know
watch
what
him
I'm saying?
sometimes, but I know what you're talking about. He's not really aiming at my what my mindset
No,
is. He's going for people.
well,
He's just
they,
trying to
I've
help. He's
watched
trying to
all these.
save people. I don't
Yeah,
blame
and
him.
I've
You know?
watched almost all of his feeds, but they yanked them, so I assume they get kicked off when they're no longer on my
Well,
feed. I assume they're
he
kicked.
gets his channel shut. He's lost channels and switches the name so much, and I don't get notifications half the time because they really are on him.
Listen, this
Power
is
hitter.
just this is my hibernation entertainment. I told you that. You see how I do it
Yeah.
during the summer. During the summer, dude, I've got certain times. Like if it starts raining and shit, and I shut down and just do whatever I want, that's one thing. But I
Well,
gotta
I just
move.
take my phone with me everywhere I go, so I do this, in the summer too. I just wait. I'm gonna start fishing soon. This is the time of year when we get a lot of rain and the lake floods into the river, and there'll be honey holes when it goes back down, full of 17-inch crappie. I'm serious.
But I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take a video, and I have a
Hey,
private lake, another mile and a half, 2 mile
yeah.
back on 80 acres. Yeah, it's
Uh,
unscathed by humans. It's unscathed by
hey, that's
humans
the
because
best kind.
nobody can
Hey,
get to it. It's completely to
no,
get to this
it's
lake.
full
You
of
have
fish.
to cut
Probably just full of fish in it. You just stalk like
exactly.
crazy.
Listen, out when I show you from the top of this hill down into the lake, dude, I see
Yeah,
pike and shit in there. That's fucking huge, dude. And the
I
only
know.
person that hit this lake was me and my fucking boss with quads. I don't think there's ever been anybody fish this lake, dude, ever.
Oh man. Hey, when I was like 33, maybe I worked. We built grain bins and metal buildings, And when it rained, we couldn't work because lightning and shit. Well, it was I didn't want to go home because my ex. But so we went to this town called Miller, Missouri, and this guy knew the guy that lived there, and you had to drive through like 3 giant fields and open gates to get back to this giant lake that poured dirt between them. It made it 2 ponds. Same thing. No one ever fished there. Well, we only had one thing of worms, and you have to walk,
Yep,
over to them fucking worms. So guess what? I started using those big green locust grasshoppers that were everywhere back in the day. I caught a 5 pound crappie, and its head, it looked like a beak. Its head went straight up from its mouth, and if I'd thought about it, I'd have mounted it, but I ate it. But I mean, I had 2 poles, and we fished there for like, I was gone so long. My ex called the cops because she thought something happened because I didn't come home from work and I didn't even work. I was fishing,
I'll
dude,
always,
and I'm serious. We fished till dark.
I'll always have a fond memory of Kansas City, Missouri, man. I spent my 35th birthday in that Hoorah Hotel and Casino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, dude. I enjoyed it. I got to cut loose a little bit with some high
Man,
class shit.
up that area, I love it. I mean, you talk about fans. Everything has Chiefs and Royals. The news station, gas stations. You can get jerseys at gas stations, and people there.
I
Like I
listen.
went
I
to
didn't
hockey
go
games.
anywhere.
You know, there's all kinds of shit to do there. Like every night, you can
I
do
didn't,
something different.
I went from the Hoorah Hotel and Casino. I went from there to downtown Kansas City, right on Broadway. The old uh Nationwide Insurance Building. I tore down the second floor and the fourth floor of that building. I tore all the office furniture down out of it and shipped it out. I came back twice. There
Hey,
was
I
a
went up.
time there was a time shift. I remember when we cut across, leaving Michigan, cut across by Chicago, there was a time shift. Our time shift.
Kansas City, though, there's some pretty bad neighborhoods.
Where?
My daughter took me over off Troost, like in the old. I mean, they're giant houses, but it's all the neighborhood. You know,
Like
crazy.
I said, honestly, I only went from the hotel room to that job site, and we were able to pull the van into the fucking building to the maintenance doors, and it was right on the main drag of downtown. I sat up there
It's
on the
like
fourth
St.
floor.
Louis. If your car breaks down at night, you just set it on fire and hope the fire department gets
Dude,
there first.
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? 7 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock on the fucking button. Them streets are just packed full of people. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's fucking a ghost town. Boom, dead. All buildings are empty. Fucking nobody's around. I'm like,
Like around here, the cops that come out at night, thick, and they pull you over. They go, "There's only two kinds of people out this time of night: my kind and your kind." And then,
I'm
if
just
you're out
telling you what
past
I
1
watched.
in the morning,
I
they
was
just
up on the
automatically think you're up to no good. That's all there
I
is
was
to it.
up on the fourth floor. I was up on the fourth floor of the Nationwide Insurance Building working, eating my dinner, dude. And I watched 5 o'clock hit, dude. And we had went across the street to an Arab joint and got food before they closed. And it literally went from people all over, cars all over to ghost town. I'm serious. Like maybe one or
Well, a
two.
lot of places, people don't live in the town they work in. They drive to the next town. You know what I mean? There's only like what's it called? Farmers Branch, Texas, next to Dallas. During the nighttime, there's like during the day, there's like 100,000 people there at night. There's like 20,000. There's 80,000 people work there. You know what I mean? It was just a big town only during the day.
I thought it was interesting compared to where I because uh people said it was a ghost town at 5 o'clock, and it was fucking ghost town. And I was there working until like 3:34 in the fucking like, oh, dude,
I moved from a town of 250 to a town of 3,000. Thought I was in a big city.
no, I'm from a big city, dude. I'm from a big
Okay.
city. Grand Rapids.
How many people graduate? How many people are in the class there when they graduate? How many people in one class?
I
Like
don't know.
senior
I
year?
didn't graduate. I didn't
Well, I mean,
graduate.
big school, huge though.
Yeah, the school
School.
is pretty big.
See, in my class, there's only 165 people. And that's nothing.
Oh
You know
no,
what I mean? Don't have thousands.
there was thousands.
I knew
Yeah,
everybody
no,
in my class. I knew every person when I went to my first reunion. And the second one, I can name every person still because we all went to school together. Our whole lives pretty much.
well, now when you go down to Grand Rapids, there is no fucking break between the cities for like fucking 60, 70
Hey,
miles, man. So
I know, dude. I went up there to Detroit that time to take that limo, and this guy said, "You want to eat some good barbecue?" And when we got there, it only took 10 minutes. He said, "We just went through 4 cities." Yeah, they all connect on the. I was like, "What?"
yeah,
He goes,
well,
"Yeah."
that's just it. Like, and the thing is, back in the day, there used to be rules like Wyoming, Kentwood area, which is used to be the better part of town. Man, dude, the cops
Yeah.
did not let you fuck around. It was it went by street numbers: 28th Street, 32nd
Yeah,
Street,
I know.
34th Street.
I went down 8 Mile
And,
when I was in
well,
Detroit just to
that's
say I went down it.
from, from 28th Street on, dude. If you were caught fucking around at all, dude, the cops fucking rack your ass. Now the fucking hood goes all
Hey,
the way
look,
out to 68th Street. I'm
Meep, were you listening?
I'm
I
a
was just
riding
talking
motor.
about you 5 minutes ago. Hey, Meep's in the chat. I'll give you a wrench back. I took
Who's
them
that?
all. You haven't been here in a long time, Meep. It's been a minute.
How you
Last
doing,
year.
mate?
You've been here
Good
a
to
year.
see you.
Yeah. Come
Hey,
up.
Cindy. Hey, we got a
Haven't
few
seen
people
you
in here.
either. All these old people don't
Yeah,
like to
but
hang out with.
I was down there visiting an aunt and an uncle down by 54th Street in Division in Grand Rapids, and man, I couldn't believe it, dude. I pulled up to a nice little offbeat park, man, climbed off to stretch my legs and let the girlfriend stretch her legs and go to the bathroom and stuff at a nice little clean park, and almost had a
Yeah.
confrontation with a little bullshit gang. And I just told the kid, I was like, dude, you just should go sit down, dude. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Ha. I was like,
There
what
goes
the
him.
fuck, dude?
Meat
Yeah,
food.
they're running up and down the power lines and shit, fucking acting like punks with cars and shit. I mean, literally like stump jumping Cadillacs that they just stole, and they think it's funny. I'm serious, dude. So it's like these kids ain't afraid of shit.
They got no manners. Kids are fucking rude, crude
Yeah,
nowadays.
and you got little fucking 10-year-old, 13-year-old kids running around with fucking pieces, thinking they're fucking hot fucking shit. No value
Hey,
for life.
you can see a 3 and a 4-year-old telling their parents "fuck you." You know what I mean? It's like it's just sickening to me that kids
Dude, I
have no
wasn't even,
respect.
you know what? I wasn't allowed to kill my first animal until I was 14. And I was always told if you're gonna kill it, you better fucking eat it.
Well, I was killing squirrels when I was in kindergarten, but we ate them.
Yeah. No, I didn't even start. I don't recollect. I went hunting with my dad. He took the animal and we,
But
cleaned it up and
my
ate
dad
it.
died, so I was on my own. So
I'm
come
very
up on the
grateful.
panel, me.
I'm very grateful for that. I see my dad quite often, and I'm 45 fucking years old. And the thing is, where I grew up and came from, none of my
Yeah,
buddies, most of them didn't even ever know their dad.
yeah. My dad died in '69 and my mom in '99. So I haven't had parents for quite a while. So
Yep, I just kind of, hey man, I'm done with it, dude. Like I
fortunate,
said,
at least they'll take it. A lot of people take it for granted their parents, and then it's too late. You can't make that
yep,
back up.
yeah, I'm gonna probably be spending a lot of time with them this summer. They got a
Hey, I
pretty
did my
big,
mom. I knew my mom was dying. I spent every minute I could with her the last few months.
yeah, well, they got a nice little setup
Oh,
that they can watch their grandkids have fun with, for the last, few years they got.
my
So
mom was on.
I'm gonna go over there and thump it out. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and thump it out and make sure it looks like a fucking park. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of work over there, raise garden beds, all kinds of stuff for my mom. I'm gonna do
Hey,
a
my mom
barrier
was on
around it.
Social Security, and I used to give my mom money a lot, and I didn't tell nobody. I didn't want it was none of their business. I'd
I
buy
don't
Christmas
I don't
presents for
touch it.
everybody and give to her, and then when she died, we had to clean out her place, and my ex-wife found her diary, and she wrote down every time I give her money, and she looked at me like, "You motherfucker." You know what I mean? It's my mom. You know what I mean? I'm glad I did it, because she wasn't here my whole life.
I really
You know,
I really try not to touch it, dude. I honestly focus on not touching the shit. I know it sounds weird, but
touching shit. What I mean,
I try not to touch the cash. Literally, I try not to put my fingertips on it. I'm not saying I don't
no, I wouldn't
utilize
either.
it, but
Hey, I wouldn't either. This guy that works at 7-Eleven or whatever you want to call it, come and go here. He'd put on those rubber gloves when he get to work. Within 10 minutes, they were black from handling money. Black. I'm talking black. That's how much germs
I
is
just
on money.
yeah, I got a little go-kart and stuff like that. I got, like I said, I got a busy year. I got a go-kart that I thumped out for my nieces and nephews, and they just got a private road. So if I can get this go-kart thumped out, they got two brand new mini bikes. So all these fucking kids can run around on these fucking mini bikes and
Yeah.
go-karts and cruise up and down the road. Yeah, it's all private.
Hey, man, I got to find this video. This guy's on a go kart, and they have like 3 jet engines on the back of it. And I mean, he's going, and it's in the desert, and he's just like cutting hooters, dude, doing like 100 and something, and just laughing. And they have a camera pointed at him. I guess he probably
He's
had it
doing
really
all.
heavy where it would flip over. You know what I mean?
Hey, that trike, I'm gonna be doing third gear dumps on that trike, and if I put the speedo on the front wheel, I bet it goes 0 to 80 in like I don't know 7 seconds, 6 7 seconds. That's pretty fast for a bike like
I like 4-wheelers and jet skis and all. I love it.
that. Yeah, but that's a 750 cc GS motor. I'm dumping loose at like fucking 8 grand.
Cindy, I know it's a lot more engine, but this guy has a go kart and it has a built on trailer on the back of it with like 3 jet engines, and the kind
Yeah,
you
they get
start them
pretty
up,
fucking.
and he's in there going nailing it, and man, it sounds like it's unbelievable.
You got guys putting some pretty wild shit together, man. They're putting 350.
Well, look at that motorcycle that had the 454 on it. What
Yeah,
the
dude.
God?
Black
I seen one of them once. And I was
Yeah.
like, who is insane enough to build this ton, bitch? Can you imagine if you crashed, you'd kill anything you hit, probably. A 454 is a boat anchor.
Dude, man, if you watch the whole bike rolls like this.
Oh, I believe it. It's fucking crazy, though. You can barely put your legs around that motherfucker.
They got one with 4 wheels, a
Hey,
V12 Viper. They got one with 4 wheels that are
It's
skinny,
me,
and
Squashy.
independent, and
Just
it's a
letting you know.
V12 Viper motor.
Yeah.
Hey, Meep.
I
didn't even put my teeth in. I don't care.
was just letting you know I wasn't a troll.
I know you ain't no troll.
You're a troll. Why are you trolling me?
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Play some guitar.
I'm just. How are you?
I got play guitar. I'm just going here. It's like every time I go somewhere, people say play guitar.
Well, hey,
it's
only a compliment. They say you can come, but don't bring your guitar. Now you wouldn't want to hear that.
I would. Well, until I feel that it's right.
If you don't want to play, you don't got to. I'm just trying. Zebzo?
I love to, but it's got to be timing. Do you know when it builds up to a certain crescendo, and then. I know you were joking, by the way, Squashy.
Oh yeah, Zebzo's in the chat. I ain't seen him in like a year.
Yeah, do you know my grandfather, my dad's father, died in 1969? Because I know you got the same birthday as me, or the same age at least.
Yeah, you're like a week or two older than me. Yeah, my dad died in '69. That was a crazy year. Do you remember the Vietnam War on TV? I remember the Vietnam War on TV every night. You know.
Oh, I was too young then because it was being promoted more in your country because that's that was the connection.
Walter Cronkite, that's where it is. And then Paul Harvey, good day. Yeah, remember Jack LaLanne?
No, but I listened to the CBS Radio Mystery Theater with E.G. Marshall from 1974 to 1982. And quite often, like Walter Cronkite, like comes on because they have a news flash or something, and he will like appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, you should see the moon landing crap. When he was like acting all dramatic. It's fakery. You can see it in his face.
Yeah, Squashy, I've been banned from 2 panels, from 2 channels rather, in the past 7 days, and it's like people have changed.
I don't go very many places anymore. I don't go on panels that much. Not nobody you know.
I don't even know what I've said to them. What I do know is I defended myself, but it's like people have become so intolerant these days. Post-pandemic, something's happened to people. Yeah, I know. People that's got the Jabberwocky, especially. Yeah, it's like the DNA has been part of that programming has been to say like anyone like says anything that's out to the ordinary, like ban them. Yeah, my neighbor got 2 shots and he's like he's not the same person at all. No. He ain't. He acts like he's a dick now more. But people I consider to be my friends. I'm not on about Matt or Dean or anyone in those circles. I could go to Dean's chat and Matt. I'm back going there, but I'm going to panel. I haven't been on Matt's panel. I'll go up there. Yeah, but it's other people. I'm not even going to give them. I'm not going to mention their names. Yeah, don't feed it. Okay. But I've actually been going to Genevieve's lately a little bit. Jen's fine. I've got Jen's Jen, and she. So. Oh yeah, you can go there anytime. It's the same. She'll tell you what's what, but she won't go banning you. I cancel myself for having wrong think first LGBT murder. Say again. I was reading Zebzo's chat. I cancel myself for having wrong think first. LGBT murder. I forget people when I'm talking sometimes. I forget people actually communicating in the background. Well, yeah, and I'm the worst when I'm out in the woods, but every time I start watching the chat, I crash and break my phone. If I was in the woods, I wouldn't even be able to talk to anyone except for my phone because I'd walk into a tree or something.
Well, everything I've ever done in the woods is one-handed because I had the phone in the other hand.
I know. Well, I've been on your panel when you've been in the woods.
Well,
Sass,
geez,
I don't think
you
they
know, it's better
realize.
if I could talk to somebody, you know.
I don't think a lot of people realize what it takes to actually get out there in the woods and then hold a camera and get a good shot.
Yeah, I know, and then watch the ground and try not to break your neck. Cause you can see there's stuff on the ground here. Ain't like Colorado and all these places where there's no ground, nothing on the ground because all the big trees. No, I mean,
Mitch
you need
Gander,
to walk through the woods with nothing on the ground.
Ray of sunshine, you know, it is kind of like that already to a certain aspect.
Well, you know, it's not really a zombie apocalypse. People just are like a zombie. You know, the brain. They ain't got no brain.
Yep.
They always want looking for brains because they never had one.
Weird stuff. I'm seeing what Meep's talking about, and I'm seeing train of thought issues. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm interested in that, Mitch. But interesting as a way of to see how it goes as time progresses. And
Hey, I'm gang. I'm ready. You think this is a piece of bamboo? Hey, it's a bamboo stick I made.
I'm hungry.
Hey,
I'm hungry, and I need
look
a
at this.
sandwich.
This is one of the where your door shuts in the frame. I found out in the woods, brass, and I sharpened that motherfucker. It's like a razor blade. That thing is bad to the bone, dude.
is your blood sugar running low, Mitch?
What's that?
Is your blood sugar running low? I haven't got my teeth in like Sasquatch, but there's a different reason.
I don't know. I've never checked my blood sugar in my life for anything.
I use raw natural.
I eat whatever I want all the time. I don't really care.
I use raw natural honey multiple times a day.
I just eat whatever I crave. Like I figure when I need salt, I crave chips. You know what I mean?
Well, honey's fine, and I have no complaints about honey, except for the fact that if you don't eat something in between, it's gonna like send you high, and then you're gonna get a massive blood sugar low.
Hi, dude. Have you ever seen me? I'm full of piss and vinegar.
I ate chip beef gravy and biscuits for like a lunch dinner this morning at like 1.
What was that? Because I wasn't squashy. I wasn't even looking at the screen, but I've got my.
This is what I ate today. I've been eating drinking pop, and eating M&Ms.
How can you eat them without your top teeth in?
I just when I got my teeth pulled, the pandemic thing happened. I had to go like a year and 4 months with no teeth before I could get my false teeth.
I know, but I can't eat M&Ms because they got nuts in
I
them.
can eat anything without my teeth. Anything. I'm tough, dude. Pain doesn't bother me.
Well, your gums must have hardened up then, because I tried that one and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't like crush them.
I mean, I can talk better with my teeth in, but I could care less. I'm almost 60. You know, I'm 59 like you.
Oh, you old bird.
Yeah, but I always tell people like this kid said he could outrun me, and I'd beat him backwards.
Sasquatch, I'm back in my home, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
It took 12 months for me to actually get back here, and the reasons for that were like very complex. I wouldn't even go into it.
Wow. How long have you been there? How long have you been back in there?
About 5 days.
Oh, I bet it's the new ain't even wore off yet, huh?
This place is massive because I've been living in a little hovel, but like a cave from hell in my friend's back room.
Me too, dude. I'm in a hotel room.
What are you doing in a hotel room?
I've lived in a hotel for 4 years.
What happened to your home?
I got divorced in the economy.
Why can't you because hotels are more expensive, or at least as expensive.
I don't pay. I live with somebody, and you know.
Oh.
And they work nights, and so you know, it's just I lived with them and paid all the bills for like 3 years when they didn't have a job.
I get it.
He said, so I'm like 67. Damn, Zeppos.
47.
Damn, bro. Fucking dude, I got down, but it ain't all that bad, is it? I mean, well, I guess I was smart and didn't.
Hey, you know, that being on hard drugs just pickles you. Look at Ozzy.
Yeah, dude, I ain't never tapped a vein. Fucking none of the other dumb shit. I don't even like
cocaine. That's a rich ball. I'm at the trap house. This is like the ghettoest place in town where I live.
Not that
it used to be. It ain't now. Really? I mean, people are like, aren't you scared? I said, no, they're scared of me. I don't give a fuck.
No, but I have to admit, I have a severe problem with my fucking marijuana. I like marijuana, dude. I mean,
I've been smoking it since '82, and I'm it hasn't affected me at
How do
all.
you get away with that in a hotel? Well, because it's not exactly legit. Well, or is it? Where you
Everybody
live?
isn't. You can get anything you want in this hotel, dude.
Oh, it's one of those hotels then.
It's
They're
a
all over.
they call it a
No.
monthly pay by the month, but I've been here, you know. It
You can
costs
check out anytime you like, but you can never leave because it's so friendly.
it's $189 a week.
Hey, Meat, the drug
Yeah.
scenes are so fucking hardcore. If you are intelligible about it, you can go to any state and get anything you want within an hour. As long as you're intelligible about what you're doing, you can go anywhere in this country and find what you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't last
Well, I
5
just got
minutes
into
in
pills.
the US because I don't know the framework or the logistics. I can't even survive in the UK because I don't even speak to people anymore. Like apart from like
I don't either,
strangers
dude. I
on the
got better
street.
family on here. I don't talk to nobody
See, you
anymore.
can't, yeah, but you can't listen. You can't live like that. I tried doing that shit, and you can't live like that, man.
They
I've
can.
been
I
living like that since 1997.
was gonna say I since 2011. I've been. I get along with myself just fine. They don't hit me. I don't call me names.
But yeah, at the moment, it's not even me myself. It's just like myself and like occasionally like passing acquaintances.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
roommate doesn't. They don't like anything I do. Don't like what I never watched one of my videos. Just as horrid. But you know, you just gotta bite. You just gotta do what you gotta do. God
It
put me
takes all kinds to make a world. So
Yeah,
obviously,
God put me here, and I've helped a lot of people. And
yeah,
every time I go, He'll let me know. You know, that's the way I look at it.
I bet Zeppo, man. I got some stories too from fucking watching and growing up in the hood.
Hey, I had to lose everything I have to get back to God. You know what I mean everything.
that was what I was talking about when I got banned. It was God and the Bible. I remember now.
Oh, that's not politically correct anymore, dude. They hate on you for that. But we don't. We praise God here. You know, if you don't like it, I tell people kick rocks because I don't want pebbles in my stream.
Yeah, but the last thing I quoted, because they were very slow at it, because they didn't have a clue what they were doing, was Proverbs, let the dog return to its own vomit. And I thought, yes.
Hey, if you play with dogs, you get fleas. I tell people I'm tired of scratching.
I know. But I've noticed, like, these people, since the pandemic, whatever they went through, according to what kind of person they were, they came out at the other side as
Hey,
like,
you know, his episode said there's Christians that think weed is from the devil. Well, tell them the devil can't create; it can only mimic, and God made everything on the earth.
I like
okay,
that.
I stay out of that side
I'm
of it,
gonna remember
Squashy,
that.
but these
Hey,
people
Trav,
like
say that one more
outright
time.
atheists. Sorry,
Say that one more
Mitch
time,
Bender.
Trav.
I said
quiet.
the devil can't create; he can only mimic. So God made everything on the earth. The devil didn't make shit here. He just took, you know what I mean?
All right, I remember that.
It talks about green herb in the Bible.
No, but that's
God
right.
don't make mistakes. You know what I mean? That's when people are doing that
Hey,
queer
you know
shit
what? Hey,
because they got demons inside them.
I'm gonna fire up to that.
Demons get in people and they don't even know it when they're low at their lowest spot and they do the thinking and boost their ego. Because people don't. You see these people that go crazy and they're going to college and all of a sudden they just go kill a bunch of people. That wasn't them. You know what I mean?
That was Legion. That was Legion, Squashy.
Exactly. I mean, all a demon is here for is to fuck with us and try to take over our body. It's the only way they have a physical side. They're just a spirit roaming. I mean, that's just my own thought.
That's what that migration.
All that it's all the spirit of the Nephilim.
That's what they're doing with the migration, with the illegal immigration, because them people add the numbers to the souls they can incarnate.
Hey, guess what? If you make it comfortable in your head for evil, it'll stay there. You gotta, if you start hanging around and doing the right thing, it'll go. You know what I mean? But and you got to balance. If your balance goes one way or the other, it's going to get heavier on that other side. You know, what they say is something about are you a wolf? Depending on which side, the dark wolf, and which one you're feeding. You know what I mean? People have it. Both sides.
If I was inner city, truthfully, I don't know how well I could control my addictions and what the things that I liked and was around down there.
What do you mean in the city, Mitch? What do you mean?
Yeah, like if I was down in the city, living, working in a factory.
You have to change your circle, or your friends will get you back down that trail because they want somebody to be with. They don't care about you. They want
Yeah,
someone,
but
you know, party with.
listen,
They're talking about,
hold on. It don't matter because even if I go get a factory job and cut all ties with them, I run into somebody else just about the same down the line.
you
You
know,
know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
still don't know what inner city. To let Mitch explain on his own what inner city means, and if you want to explain
In the
afterwards,
hood,
Squashy,
in the hood, in the mix to everything, in the regular function of everyday life in the city, you know.
all right, all right.
you
'Cause
didn't want to. You can adapt to your environment if you want to get like a cop.
yeah, I
They're
can
all bad
adapt. And
cops
I'm
because
very,
the good cops they get rid of. You know, you have to
yeah,
either adapt or kick rocks. That's just how it is.
no, I'm very adaptable. I'll make it happen one way or another. So I survive in just about any situation.
I'm lucky. I never was
I
a
don't.
follower. I've always been a leader. I never followed and did
Yeah,
anything anybody told me. You know what I mean? I just never. Let's go rob or steal this. I'm like, no, I'm going home. See you later.
yeah. That kind
I wasn't into that shit. He saved me. I didn't drink either. A lot of people
yup,
drink
sunshine.
and do
That's
the wrong thing.
absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Everybody I knew that drank and did all shit's dead. All my friends are dead. Every fucking one of them that partied
Yeah.
too hard, they're dead. Either they died
Well,
of a cancer, killed themselves, or they got a car wreck or something. You know, liver, you know, cirrhosis.
I like weed.
Yeah, I just don't. Weed's never done anything bad to me.
I smoke a lot of weed.
Do you even smoke weed, meat?
I can't deal with it. It doesn't agree with me. But I was
Yeah,
trying.
I know. A lot of people. It's like I know a lot of people. Well, most
I was
everybody.
You know,
Squashy. I was trying to
hey,
process everything that you were saying, and I was like, "Whoa."
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that meat.
No, you know, and I thought the same thing till I tried it. You know, I went to church, grew up,
Hey,
and everything.
Do you
you
know,
know what, meat?
if we're all still alive in 10 years from now, I'll probably reply back to you, even though I don't remember what I was talking about at the time, with something that we was talking about right now.
Hey, meat. Believe it or not, I get hair in my ass and I go straight sober to where I don't drink anything, not even coffee. So I'm kind of a weirdo. I go through cycles. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, but you could be a perfect person in the United States and never do anything wrong, and one night you could drink one or two drinks and hit somebody, and your life's over. And one,
Yup.
I mean, one flash, it cancels out everything you've done your whole life when you do that, and they don't care then. And then when you get in the system, here they want to keep you in the system and get that money from you every month. They don't. Well, they try everything they can to keep you in there because you got to pay them for.
Listen,
They put
man,
you
I
to
just
drug court and they make it where it's almost impossible to pass for people. Then they make them keep paying and paying. It's like thousands of dollars, and these are
I,
poor people. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it out here in the woods. I want to just stay out in the woods. Leave me the fuck alone. Fuck off.
You know what's his name?
You
Biden
know?
doesn't think it should be a felony for drunk driving. That's serious.
Remember Peter Gabriel's first album that he did after he left Genesis?
Was that one of the climatics and stuff?
I don't know what climatic means.
No,
No, that was his fourth solo album.
okay, yeah, I knew. I figured that was a lot after he left it.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
He didn't even name his first album. He just like called it Peter Gabriel. But
Cool.
the cover was the name. So the cover of his first album, and the pictorial cover was him sitting in a car in the rain.
Hey, what's up? Yep.
It was the album that features Salisbury
Hello,
Hill.
Rowan.
The song I was thinking of was "Excuse Me, I'm Not the Man I Used to Be. I Want to Be Alone."
Yeah. You know, when I was young, I used to think, how can people not want to be, you know, life teaches you things along the way, why people just bail out and stay away from people, because when 9/10 of the people have done you wrong, you kind of lose trust with issues with people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, with me, it's not even that they did me wrong. I just don't vibrate with other people. I
Why is that? Why do you think it is? Because they made our generation, my age, your age, my buddies are all pretty much the same way. I only see them every blue moon if I ever do, because they're just like loners.
Because they're not who they were meant to be.
Exactly. I mean, dude, all my hopes and dreams are like past memories.
Hey, I grew up the same way, Zepzo. I grew up the same way. With a dog in the back of the truck with us.
Me and my dog called Blue.
Me and you and a dog named Blue.
That's it. I was trying to remember a Squashy, but
Well, I had a pawn shop, you know, and I used to do title loans. I I lost my storage. I had like 25 titles from friends that I loaned money to and never even got the car or nothing. You know what I mean? Because they either totaled the car. I just was too trusty when I was young, and I thought people were good. I wasn't raised around bad people when I was young.
Yeah, and I've heard that story a million times, but the reason why I'm reminding you of that is nobody can repeat something that accurately unless they're telling the truth.
Well, it is the truth, though. I trusted people.
I know, but you've got a lot of trolls in the background, like, so.
We don't anymore.
Have they all gone?
Yeah, Tony's gone. He went off. They made him or
I
something.
don't mean to, I don't. Oh, one of the channels that I got banned from, the final straw was Penny Bunny came in.
All right, man, I can't stand her. She's the grossest woman on the internet.
She's a fucking witch. If she's
Hey.
listening in the background, that's what I want to tell her, because she accuses me of being very nice in public, and I am to very nice people, but she is a fucking witch.
And you know what they say in Australia? She's a cunt.
You say that in the UK as well.
That's the first time I've ever said that online, ever.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know what? It's not making fun of her. It's just describing how I feel about her.
It's describing how disgusted you feel towards her.
I mean, really, have you ever seen anybody had rabbits? They shit all over their house and pellets everywhere. They don't shit in no litter box. You know what I mean?
I know, but I wouldn't even talk about that. I'm on about like who she is as a person.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying that right there says a lot about her. If I had a kid that had autism, why are you on the line? Why aren't you spending all the time you can with your kid that needs help? I mean, that's just the way I'm looking at it, because I never got online until my kids were grown, long gone. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't have an extra minute a day of when you got kids. You shouldn't be doing anything.
Sasquatch, do you know when I'm writing lyrics, and I've spoken to you on panel in the past? Well, I've spoken on panel when you've been in the background, or even on panel listening.
Yeah.
When I write lyrics to a song, I don't design the lyric. In other words, I don't think about what I'm going to say. It just flies in front of the front of my mind.
Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's because of our age, I think, because I study a lot of stuff and I write it all down, and then not just on here, but with I'll start talking, and it's like your subconscious takes all that stuff and starts siphoning it in, putting it all together, and then you don't even know where it's coming from. Almost, you're just like, I've never said it in my life, but it just comes out.
You used to find those songs that I was like 0.3 seconds before that I was talking about, that you would just like start playing it, and it was like you was 10 seconds or 20 seconds into my past, without consciously being aware of it.
But I did that. Like, have you ever had a friend that they go, you know that movie, and you tell them the movie just because you're in the same mindset of what you're talking about or thinking about,
Hey, Zebbo, Zebbo, I got a rescue pit bull from Detroit that I call Bobo, and he's a fucking bonehead.
Yeah, the point is, thank you, Mitch. The point is, do you know when I was writing that song for Dean, Code 11, Tumbleweed, and I still haven't finished that song. At the time, Penny was like in the circles, and she was like respected. And he asked me to include her in that song, and for whatever reason, I sang, "I'm not being funny, asking for your money." And then I thought, afterwards, I thought, all right, that doesn't sound right, so I'm not going to include that. And
you should have said, I'm not funny for your money, Penny Bunny.
Well, I'm not being funny, asking for your money, ask Penny Bunny. And that's what like flew into my mind at the time.
You call that coffee with a hair.
yeah, but the point is that I had no empirical data at the time. It's like as far as I knew, she was like a person who I'd only just met.
But you knew yourself. Something told you without even. Yeah, I know.
Something told me, but I deliberately didn't include that in the first version because I thought, oh my god, that's so nasty. And
that's like the Cone wrote the songs with a bunch of us in it, and then more when we started leaving Tony, he'd start taking them all out, putting different people's names in them and stuff. It's funny.
Yeah, so I didn't include that because I had no reason to include it, but like no logical reason to include it. And
Yeah.
And I still won't now because I'm not even going to give it the attention. But
Until you said that, I didn't even think about it anymore.
but I was like analyzing it later, and I thought, oh my goodness, like where's this information coming from? And like well, that's flying through my psyche.
I think a lot of people nowadays, the way the world is, and I think the Mayans, it wasn't the end of the world; it was the starting of a new, generation, and people are more empathic, and it's like I don't know what's causing it, but a lot of people.
Yeah.
But they say in the end that if you're smart and got truth and knowledge and faith, that God will give you more. It's called eyes to see and ears to hear.
And he's advising you like
Yep.
direct downloads.
It's in the Bible. It's prophecy. It's in the Bible. It's prophecy, and we're that age. That you got to be over 50 to be a teacher. In the Bible, and they tell you until you're 50, you're not knowledgeable enough to tell anybody anything.
Yeah, because Moses was like 80 years old before he even started to lead.
Yeah, because they had like the disciples and then the Pharisee. I mean, what is the disciples and what was it called before that? Apostles. There, there's stages. I've seen there were the ages of how they traveled, but the older ones were teachers. But don't you like somebody online to get up here and they try to tell you something about something you've known your whole life, and they're sitting there trying to tell you how to do it?
Well, that was in the book of Acts, Paul, etc. They're like, go and seek the older man. And James.
All right, Lord.
If anyone is sick, go and seek the older men. Book of James. They run about people of a certain age.
But and they gave God gave the disciples the authority. Jesus did to heal people, so they were healing just like he was.
Yeah, but don't forget, God also said to Abraham, listen to your wife Sarah. So it can work both ways. And Ruth
but there's
and Naomi.
Bible verses that say women aren't supposed to preach the Bible.
I know, but that's a different story. But doesn't mean to say
I
they're not supposed to be
there's so
advisable.
much going on nowadays, and you can't say nothing about it, and it's not right. God's plan was, for men and women to accentuate each other, and man take care of the woman, because the woman had to keep the kids on the right path, and the man, you didn't want women to go through the stress of all the stuff that men do. I mean, I've read.
And there's another way of saying that is like God assigned women to put a certain direction towards children because men were incapable.
Look at children now; they took women out of the house. Now look at kids; they have no respect for nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers backed women's suffrage just to get them out of the house.
Not to mention Klaus Schwab, etc.
Well, when I was a kid, you always knew you could go home. Your mom was there. I mean, it was just safety. Yeah. You always knew that. At least for me,
No, that's right. That's right. Because I had two different safety nets when I was younger. One of them was my mum on one emotional level, and one of them was my father on a different emotional level. But I couldn't have done without either of them.
Well, what did women's lib get women? They still don't get paid the same. I mean, it didn't help them at all.
And who supported the women's lib movement?
Yeah, the rich people trying to ruin the world.
I'll tell you, it was John D. Rockefeller.
Yeah, and Rothschild and all of them, elites. You know who they are.
Well, they would have been backing it, but specifically, John D. Rockefeller supported the women's lib movement, and Aaron Russo, when he was being interviewed, because he was a friend with Rockefeller's great-great-grandson, was asked why he supported the women's lib movement, and he said, because I wanted to divide man and woman and make it available or cause women to go into the workplace so that they could be indoctrinated in the school system.
Yeah.
While the mother was away working.
Exactly. Yeah, because some men may have wore the pants in the family, but usually the women told them when to put them on.
Yeah, it's like I got to sleep on the Waltons, and
there's always a good woman behind every good man. Everybody knows that.
That was the Eurythmics.
Yeah, Annie Lennox. I always liked her. I like Missionary Man. I liked her because she was really pretty, but she kept her hair short because she didn't want her music to be sold by sect, just by her talent.
Yeah, and I respect her for that.
Lenny Kravitz was that way. One time I saw him in a Rolling Stone interview. they started asking him about his dreadlocks and all this shit. He goes, "I'm here to talk about my music. If you're that, I'm gonna leave. If that's not what you want to talk about." You know,
Good. Was that a woman or a man? Lenny.
Lenny Kravitz.
Who was that?
He played the first Lionel on what do you call it? Moving on up, golly, good. All in the Family, and then the Jeffersons. You remember the Jeffersons? They had a couple that lived in the apartment next to them, the white guy and the black lady. That black lady was his real mom. And he was Lionel on that show first. And that song Mama he wrote was about her.
I know the name, but I like you.
Are you going to go my way? And I got to know. And he also did American Woman. Here, I'll play it. He does American Woman better than Guess Who. He's just like, he's got dreadlocks and he's kind of like I don't know, dude. His music is like, I buy his albums even, you know what I mean?
Emotional.
He's just a good, like, I don't know, it's just one of a kind. He was real, he wasn't no fake dude, you know what I mean? He was married, though, to that chick off the Cosby's for a little bit, I think. You want Lisa Bonet?
I don't know that. I don't know her.
Really? Hey, listen. This is Lenny Kravitz.
But you're about Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, yeah, I know her.
Yeah, that's Fly Away. You know, he's just I don't know, kind of a modern
Why
Jimi
I can
Hendrix.
get so high, or whatever it is. Yeah.
This American Woman, how good he does this. American Woman, stay away from me. I mean, he sings that song, that bass. Let me be. Yeah, I like it shit. Don't come hanging around my door. I don't want to see your face no more. I've throttled that so many times.
All right, let me give you. Let me, in all humility, give you a little lesson. And don't go hanging. It's like, don't go hanging around my door. They're like, put your whole.
Oh, if I think I know how to sing.
Wow.
But that's
Dude,
so
why isn't the
important.
people with the
Hey, one weekend, me, I sang 200 songs on one weekend on here.
You can't do that and get away with it because it will. Be
I sang
like
5 hours and 20 minutes straight on here. Every song that came up on YouTube. I got 31 claims in one night.
That's a record.
I sing on here all the time, dude. I mean, you don't get in trouble if you sing with the music.
I know, I'm talking about with singing with like just like don't let like whatever it is that's inside our soul and our psyche and our heart, just like let it fly out.
I sing, dude, all the time.
I have to use a vocal compressor when I sing because otherwise I'm going to distort. Well, some phrases.
I'm just singing into my telephone when I do it with a speaker, with my with a Bluetooth speaker.
I wish people would get some like decent equipment when they do stuff. And like,
I don't care though. I ain't gonna go buy nothing. Everything I got, I make. I'm serious. If I need anything, I make it.
Authority.
Hey,
you
take my authority.
You will respect my authority.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, what it is, Squashy, I'm like the Incredible Hulk. Sometimes, you know, like that gentle person.
Yeah, I know. Don't make me mad. You won't like me when I'm mad.
Yeah, but on the level that when I'm singing, whatever triggers the Incredible Hulk, like triggers that like volcano inside me. I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
Okay, you never even have heard me sing, have you? Ever?
I have. I've been in your like karaoke stuff many times.
Oh, I don't remember you. I've been singing all kinds of shit. Aaron Lewis has a new album called "Frayed at Both Ends," and it's really good. He has a song called "Everybody Talks to God." He said it doesn't matter if you believe in Him or not, but in the end, everybody talks to God. You know what I mean?
Because they're forced to believe in Him. Like you like I've never met an atheist who were on the final moments who were like, think, all right,
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep to this, and they're gonna be going, help me, please.
Yeah, hey, you know that's what I was just saying earlier. The lady that got prayer out of school here, Madam of what her name was. My stepdad used to say, if you hang her off a cliff by one string, she's going to pray to somebody.
Yeah. I like Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan, you got to serve somebody, but different context.
Hey, have you heard? You know who a conspiracy music guru is?
I love
I
that
know
guy.
the name, but I don't know who it
They
is.
do. I mean, but he has a new song, and he sings like Bob Dylan. I sold my soul to the devil,
That
and he
guy's
sounds
good.
just like Bob Dylan, and he has Bob Dylan talking in it because Bob Dylan said he sold his soul to the devil in 60 Minutes. You know what I mean?
He might have done, but doesn't mean to say the devil's got a hold on them.
No, he said so. He's himself.
Yeah.
That he's keeping the deal with the man. You ever seen that interview? Crazy.
I haven't. In a mew.
I mean, like you couldn't believe it. He tells him. Oh, let's
I
tell
love
him.
that. I love Bob Dylan's album, "Slow Train Coming." If nobody's ever heard of that, they should listen to all of
Bob Dylan, I need a glass of tea.
it.
Yeah, I used to say Tom Petty was his illegitimate son.
I
You know,
believe
because
that. I believe that. I believe that.
he kind of sounded like kind of nasal there for a while. You know, here's that
Yeah,
song. Check it out.
Yeah, because Tom Petty, before you play that song, was on Johnny Cash,
You'll like it.
"Solitary Man Free," not long before he died.
Watch this. Let me get it back up here where you can see it. Come on, flip over a second. Look, listen.
It's Tom Petty.
Well, I sold my soul
To the devil.
I sold it for fortune and for fame. Well, I'm starting to regret my decision.
He don't have copyright on his stuff, so I ain't gotta worry.
I wish I had my
All right.
soul.
There it is.
Well, I sold it to the chief commander. In this world, and a world we just don't see. Well, I'm keeping up my end of the bargain. And this will be my destiny. Yes,
I sold my soul to the devil. I gotta plug my phone in.
I sold it for fortune and for fame. Well, I'm starting to regret my decision. I wish I had my soul back
My
again.
phone's on 15%. That's not good.
I have now. Should I ask who you made the buy on? You know, it's a chief. Chief command. Well, this is this is we can't see.
Well, the devil gave me things I'd always dreamed of.
So, is he singing an original song there, or is he imitating Bob
Yeah,
Dylan?
no, he.
Or what? Squashy, you started to speak, and then you vanished.
Give him a second. He might have signal issue.
Yeah.
Same old same. How you doing, me?
I'm all right, but I don't want to know what he's going to say next.
I'm stoned over here. Don't mind me. I rolled 3
All right,
doobies.
all right.
I rolled 3 doobies, so I'm lit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Life is good. Life is good. Running with scissors. Hello.
Yeah, Mitch, I've got to so can you tell him I'll be back in 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
How is everybody? No, thank you. I'm not a Dylan fan. I'm not a Dylan fan. I'm really not. But I can take over for a minute. It's all right. I've done it before. Sass will be back in a second. Hopefully Sass makes it back. I'm sure he will. Hey, Ronnie.
All right, got back. I got back. The guitar's very low in the mix, Mitch.
What's that?
The guitar's very low in front of your microphone.
Oh yeah, I got the mic turned down because of the amplifier. If I turn down my audio with electric, it's cleaner. Louder? Can you hear me now?
I'll let you know. Your guitar's coming through your audio microphone in the background. There's no amplification there.
No, it's not plugged in.
All right. What guitar's that?
It's Fourth Dimension.
Wow. It looked like something ZZ Top would play.
Yeah, it's a Fourth Dimension by West Tone. It's pretty slick. I love it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I dig.
Is it a semi-acoustic?
Fun stuff. Fun stuff. What happened to his ass?
Should we allow him to come back?
Yeah, he'll come back. He'll figure it out. He's probably getting mad right about now.
Yeah. Oops, sorry about that.
What's that?
I was getting up to grab my guitar and I bumped into my microphone.
Yeah, Sass would like that if you played for him. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
I don't even know what I'm playing. I'm just.
Sounds good, bud.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
I'm trying to light my ciggy.
Melodic. He may be having. Hey, listen. He said his phone was dying, so he may be having phone issues. Get out. We'll make sure to hold tight for a minute.
Yeah, I think he was like 15%. So I think it's something else. Whoops. Sometimes when I'm alone, I think of heaven. I close my eyes and I drift far away. There is a time and place where I can be at peace. When this master race is truly fast asleep, inside I hide from the tears of this world. Light moves so gently, caressing ideas. I have a master plan that I can understand. You know I recommend that you place it in your hand. When we were children, we'd walk in the meadow, innocent always, the dreams of a child. There came another time when you left those days behind, and you became so blind, and then you lost your mind. Innocence always repels wicked people. Past tracing ways are the days of. Don't look back. There is another time where you could be released. This master race is really still asleep. Words are the essence of feelings inside. Autumn's child haven, those feelings ran wild or run wild. There is it's hard to understand how one can be so cold. You better hurry now before we get too old.
Yeah.
We need that master plan to help us understand. And don't you scurry now, or you'll sink in the sand. Sometimes when I'm alone, I think of heaven. There's normally an explosive ending to that, but because it's like people living next door to me at this time of night, so it's like completely wake them up, so I can't.
What do you mean PDF? I don't see him, Cindy.
There's PDF here.
I don't know. Cindy said something about hey PDF. I wonder what's going on with Sess.
I don't know. It's obviously a technical problem because he wouldn't just leave like that.
Yeah, and it's still red, so he's still running. I guess I'll try to hang out as long as I can.
Can't you contact them in the background?
Say what?
Can't you contact them in the background? Hangout or email?
Not without leaving the chat. I'm no good at
Oh.
that stuff. I'm really a dip with the tech, dude. I swear.
All right.
I'm just being honest. I'm a dip with it. I'm just learning, but I'm picking up pace a little bit.
Well, it's not the right word, Dick. It just means like you do what you do, don't you?
That's what I think. I think.
So it's Cindy. We know that. Well, maybe we don't. Maybe it was my voice. I don't know. Does this normally happen to Sasquatch?
Hey, Meep, I'm gonna go get a classical. I think in the morning, so
What
that I
does
can
that mean?
the cat guitar, the guitars that have the cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go snatch one of them up. It's one I tuned out a long time ago, but they've been kind of bumping it around and put stickers all over it.
Sounds good to me.
But
Whoops.
oh,
You got it now. Right, I'll put my guitar down.
Oh, I gotta step out for a piece of wood. Hold on.
I'll keep playing. Just let me know when you're ready. Oops.
All right, all right, all right.
This guitar's killing my fingers at the moment.
Come on, sis. Yeah, I
That
love
was
the finger. I love the finger picking there. Me, that's good
I
stuff.
know, but the problem is because I've been living somewhere else and I haven't had like a lot of practice, so the muscles on my fingers got a little bit weak, and the tips of my fingers
Yep, you ain't gotta
got
tell
a,
me. I work and exercise them a lot. I believe it or not,
yeah.
I keep 2 guitars pretty much at reach at all times. But I'm
Previous to that, I've been playing for 11 years straight, so
yeah, I've been doing it a long time.
it's not my muscle memory in my mind; it's like my physical strength in my hand.
Good to see you, Kenneth, Kentucky fam. How you folks holding up there in Kentucky? You guys all right?
Let me see if I can find Sasquatch's email. Gmail. Is he on Gmail? Gee. Because you might be listening in the background. Compose. SAS.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty grateful right now. I've been pretty comfortable. I'm hoping this stuff melts off so I can get busy. I'll feel better once I'm earning my keep. Right now I'm kind of iced in. Everything's froze down. I kind of made a couple boo-boos with work trailers. I really, really made bad mistakes. I really wish I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, how are you folks in Kentucky, man, after all them storms?
Well, Sasquatch hasn't got his email on his about page, so I can't help him there.
Yeah, I know, Cindy. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna get up and get at it early in the morning. I've been blowing off finishing my truck, and I think I'm gonna finish it up over this next storm coming in. I know it sounds weird, but that's kind of how it rolls. I'm not in no rush.
Well, Miss Gander, it's been lovely talking to you. 'Cause I'll be,
You heading
I'll
out,
be,
meet?
I'll be going because I don't think Sasquatch is coming back.
Yeah, he'll come back, or he'll shut it
Well,
down.
well, not with, yeah. Can you close it down?
No, I can't. And I'll hang out here for a second, make sure everything's cool. He'll come back. If not, I'll leave. I'm yakking with the chat. He'll pop in. He'll figure it out. He always does.
Yeah, I'll keep the YouTube running in the background because he modded me now, so I'll
Yes,
keep
sir.
an eye on,
Yup, that's your
anyone.
call. Yup, I was gonna say I don't know if I'm blue or not. He said something about he took everybody's wrenches, so I don't know if I'm honestly know if I'm blue or not.
Well, I wasn't when I got back here, but I said like basically, "Where's my mod? Damn it!"
Yeah. I don't really pay attention to that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's just squashy. He's like, it lets them all go in one go because he can't
Yep,
go.
it don't matter to me. It ain't gonna change the way I'm feeling about nothing. So
I
I don't care.
know, but I'm on about. I've got one. I know that for sure, so I can make sure that nobody gets away with something that they shouldn't be allowed to get away with.
Okay, thank you, Cindy. I didn't know if I was or not. Oh man. So I ate some fresh pineapple and it tore my lips up. Now I got chapped lips. It was really
On the
bothering
other
me.
hand, like Sasquatch is like a scientific person. It could be an experiment to see what happens when the master disappears.
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. He can do his thing. For today.
Yeah. What about tomorrow, Sasquatch? I'm out of here. I love you all. I'm gone.
Take it easy, me.
You too.
Cindy, that's funny. That's funny stuff. Meep's good stuff. I want to sing to that. Every time Meep gets up there playing, I want to start singing to it, and I don't sing for nobody. Back to gray. No, I got to shift my sleep pattern so I can keep an eye on critters. Now's the time of season when all the predators come in. Trolls, I'm watching. You've been warned. Yeah, I'm worried about predators now. They're starting to actually come up in broad daylight, surprisingly. Yep. Well, I think Meat may be onto something, so I'm gonna head out too, I guess. Take it easy, everybody. No sign of Sasquatch. So I think I'll follow in Meep's footsteps. I don't like experiments too well. At least experiments usually never end up well for the participant. Take it easy.
Hello, everybody. Anybody still here? Stupid internet. Just now let me back up. I've been trying the whole time. Is anybody still here? No. Said you are. What's up, my deeb? Link. Can't believe shit. I have no idea why. And we're back. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, no. Every now and then it does. Just have to restart my phone. Fuck. Fuck. There he is.
I was about to go
Hey,
to
man.
bed.
I
Come
bet.
on.
We used to have a Wi-Fi here, but they're remodeling the hotel, so they cut it out because of all the wires. And so, if my phone goes off, I got no way to just wait till it comes back. You know.
Well, me and Mitch hung on as long as what we could. We just like figured, all right, well.
It's happened to me many times. Like I've left people on my street. Well, like at one night you and Bamboo were on here. I left you on there all pretty much for like hours.
I know, but what I said was I was going to stay on in the background until like, until I couldn't stay awake any longer, and then
yeah. There's I did this drawing for Angel Bulldogging.
I
don't know
haven't
if you
seen
know.
Angel for ages.
I talked to her on the phone last night for an hour and a half.
What? As well as the wrong way.
Yeah, I've done it. I've been making shout outs now. I just do them one at a time instead of doing everybody on there. It takes so long. I just make.
I'm
I draw
drinking WKD and I like swallowed it down the wrong bloody hole.
I hate that. I feel like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Short nap. I ain't never took a short nap in my life. Called power nap I had before, but it's a long time. If I sleep 3 or 4 hours solid. I don't even dream. I haven't dreamed in a long time. I don't know why. If I do, I don't remember them. You know.
I think we dream not long before we wake up. Well, the final stage of REM, at least, because I can tell you that because I've been dreaming, then I wake up, and if we wake up remembering our dreams and then forget them shortly afterwards, we know that REM sleep takes place shortly before we wake up.
You're kind of like in a different dimension when you're dreaming. You know what I mean?
I know, it's like everything is so displaced.
I hate though, like you're spending the whole day with your mom or something, then you wake up and you realize that shit's fake. You know, that your mom's dead. It's like it's a buzzkill. You know what I mean? That's what it is to
My
me.
mum's still alive. That's part of the problem, though. I don't mean that in the nasty sense.
Oh, I know. Fine,
She's like still here to nag me.
That's funny.
Yeah, we fell out, me and my mum, because she was like pro-vaccination.
Oh, I know. It separates so many people. It's like a different football team or some shit. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Did you see what? I don't know what to say here because it might get your channel in trouble.
You can say whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'll say what I want, but I do give a shit because.
Well, I mean, I don't care. They don't ever. I don't know. I've had no trouble lately.
I mean, I give a shit about you.
Oh, I say subscribe, vaccine, flu. I mean, I say whatever. That shit. I don't know why people say that. I've never had them do anything for saying a word. You know what I mean? People say, don't say sub. This is fucking YouTube. You subscribe to people. Why would they say you can't say subscribe? It's the dumbest shit I ever heard. You know what I mean?
It's a social engineering issue. The problem is, Sasquatch, but with people like me and you, our audience is so low, they're not going to see that as a threat anyway.
Yeah. but my audience it's changed. It's gotten to where it's younger people. I mean, it's like 20% went down to like 30, between 30 and something. But I have all my 18 and over, so there ain't gonna be But my channel's been growing exponentially, big time. Like in the last 28 days, I got like 40 new subs. I went to 1,700. I mean,
Yeah, what I mean is, in their eyes, our audience is low. Not to cause a threat, but at the
no,
same time, you can say something to one of those younger people, and they can pass it on to like another person who's going to pass it on to another person, but they don't quite work that out.
yeah, but everybody in here is pretty much that follows me by this long knows the same, how I am, and they're probably open minded. Most people.
Yeah, and I also think that like God Almighty is more in charge of like who hears what than what they would like to believe.
Well, man, all I've been doing, I believe the Bible 100%, and I give everything, all glory to God every day of my life, every minute if I can. I mean, I just you just got to believe. It's just like it's all about thought, because I saw something maybe a year ago where you go to the store, you go, well, I'm gonna have to park in the back. Well, you're gonna park in the back. Well, ever since I go in there and I heard that, I said I'm gonna get a place to park right by the front, and 9 times out of 10 I do, just because I know I'm going to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Let me give that an example. Qualify it with something. The Canadian protest was like banned right across the mainstream. And before you knew it, don't forget, like, information is responsible for the way people react.
Yeah.
And so they like on CNN, ABC, Sky News, BBC, etc. The whole narrative was like blocked, and yet within 7 days, 200,000 truckers arrived on the capital of Canada, Ottawa.
Yeah.
But also every bridge that they went under, there was like hundreds of people waving flags.
Yep.
You know how many bridges are en route? That's like
happened.
hundreds of
Here
thousands
now.
of people.
The same thing's happening here right now. It's in Ohio today.
I know, yeah, and I can tell you there's going to be one happening in California very soon, within a very short period. And that's
Well, they already that's the one that came from California, going all the way to the capital.
Yeah, well, that was because of Del Bigtree on the High Wire 2 weeks ago. He was like letting people know.
Oh.
I'll post the High Wire.
On YouTube. I just can't watch.
Yeah.
I can't watch the news. That bums me out. So I don't watch.
Yeah, Sasquatch. Let me just get you the High Wire. Take note of it and take note of what they've been posting, and because I know I'm modded in your room, but I don't want to post something that you don't agree with.
Oh, I don't care. Everybody's got their own opinion. Just because somebody tells you something doesn't mean you have to like. It doesn't bother me. I mean, that part. I got no one's reaction or anything's going to change me. It took me a long time to get where I'm at.
It should bother you because you should only post stuff that like that is right between you and the Lord.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Allow people to. I mean, no one's gonna make me feel bad about what I'm doing because I ain't doing nothing wrong. I know. I'll post it anyway.
Whatever you want there. I mean, I've hung up. I have friends that don't believe anything I believe in, but most people don't. Too indoctrinated, still in the box.
Hang on. There you go.
I'm not here to save the world. I'm just trying to find people that think like I do and grow in strength. That's what I'm doing.
I know.
I already tried the other way for years, and it's a lot of pain and misery trying to help people because they don't want help. They don't want you to tell them anything. They'll figure it out themselves. So, you snooze, you lose. It's not my job. That's what I look at anymore.
Do you know, like the Stockholm syndrome?
It is. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. If you go on people's channels, it's like they love their captors.
Oh, I know,
You,
but people know me by now. If I come on their panel, I'm probably gonna say something about religion or whatever. I've always been a nonconformist, and I'm gonna speak my mind. If people don't like me, then this is me, life. Here, there, everywhere. Because people that have here this long, they know how I am, and people either like you or they don't. You know what I mean? Because it's about quality, not quantity.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
People used to say you're weird. I'm like, you think I don't know? It's me you're talking about. And that just never bothered me what people say about me, because especially when people don't know you, it takes a long time to get to know somebody, especially nowadays when you can't really trust anybody. I don't really drop my guard for a while on people. That's why I test people from the beginning to see if they're going to get butt hurt quick, because I don't want to be around them anyway. If you don't like me at the beginning, you sure the hell ain't going to like me later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is Sasquatch? Do you know what? Do you know, like, if you were talking to me like for the first time tonight?
Yeah.
And we've known each other for quite a few years now.
Yeah.
If at some point when you was talking to me, and I don't mean when we get like hot-headed and into conflicts and,
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
and all that, because we all bloody well do that.
Oh yeah.
But if at some point in the future when I suddenly came out with a completely different persona and I'm thinking, oh my God, this person is a really good actor. They're not that, like the song "Getting to Know You." I quite often say to people, if you still respect me, in spite of my faults and my flaws, 10 years from now, then in all likelihood, we're friends.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works.
But one time, this guy I knew, I helped him out a lot, took him to work a few times, and fed him, and he goes, it's something. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, I guess he knew my ex-wife and her whatever, and he said, all that stuff they said about you, I haven't seen any of it yet. They were lying about me, and he was around me long enough to see they were full of shit. You know what I mean?
I know people start getting people get all hyped up about something that will never happen.
Oh, I know. It's like when people talk about you, they don't have a life themselves. Because you be concentrating on your own life, not somebody else's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know what my life's been about over the past period, because I've only been back home to my house in five days.
That's
Can
great.
you hear the echo in my voice? Because this room is so big that I'm in.
I bet it's comfortable.
It's lovely. Well, it's disorganized at the moment because the builders have been in and out doing the final touches, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, why didn't you finish it before? Because they told me they'd already finished, but the edges of the windows weren't done.
Oh, they're trimming it out.
Well, they put new windows in there, but they hadn't plastered, like the outskirts.
Plaster?
Plaster. Rendering.
Yeah, here's the windows now. You just take and put them in, screw them in. They got the seals, everything. You don't got to do that shit no more.
No,
it's got
you got to still plaster like.
Not here. I built brand new apartments and stuff. They got windows now. You slap them in, screw them in, and it's all like done thing. The trim's built in the window and everything.
Yeah, the bottom line is this house is like 150 years old, and when you look at the old windows, half the wall came out with it.
Oh, so it's actually plaster, not sheetrock.
It's bricks, but there was when you put new windows in, you've got the edges of the window frame.
I didn't know it's a brick house. That makes a big difference.
Tidied up.
How long have you lived there? I mean, had it?
It's not my house. I rent it, but I've been here since 2019.
Okay.
In and out. It's a long story. That Sasquatch. That's what it says at the start.
Okay. Well, at least you're back in it now.
I am, and I'm pretty sure. Well, I am here for good now until like the world implodes, which is going to do.
I lived in my house 17 years, and I said the next time I move, I'll be in a pine box, but that didn't happen.
I know, but you're in a hotel at the moment, so.
Yeah, I've been here for 4 years because I lost my house, and then it's just a long story too. Like you say, it'd take me a lifetime to tell.
Well, you got that wrong then, because you wasn't in a pine box.
No, that's what I'm saying. Plus, I only owed $12,000 on my house, and I lost it, but I didn't want to live there because I lived there 17 years of crazy shit with some crazy lady, I didn't want to stay there after that. You don't want the memories, you know what I mean? Hey, Scarborough.
Yeah, Sasquatch, do you ever wonder, like, in our later stage of life, what we can actually accomplish, both financially and spiritually, and even artistically, with
Well,
what
I'm not,
we've got
I
at
don't
the
care about
moment?
money anymore. Money, I'm serious. I don't care about money. Only I can eat once a day and have a roof over my head. That's all I care. I've already had tons of toys, and I've lived a lifetime, 2 lifetimes already. I mean,
I don't.
I've had a lot.
But if
You know, I
you
had a good life.
but if you want to secure ourselves somewhere, like temporarily, and because I know we're like within the devil's world at the moment.
Yeah, but I got my daughter. That I'll go stay with sometimes up in Kansas City. Her old man, they both worked at Hyundai. Well, down here, the Chevy dealership offered him a job, and my daughter's getting ready to move back here this month. And so, really, I mean, I ain't worried about it because I could always go stay with her anytime I want. You know what I mean? And I just haven't done it yet. They've offered me many times that I could
Do
stay
you
with my
know?
grand.
Yeah, my biggest priority is to keep my van on the road
There you go.
because like the Ukraine at the moment, we never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I got a truck. I know what you mean. I got my truck, and I didn't drive it
yeah,
for 2 years because I thought I had a blown head gasket, and it was a $10 thermostat.
you could have just taken the old thermostat out and like be cold in the
Yeah,
winter.
but see, I didn't take. I'm always the kind of person when something goes wrong, I don't drive them and bring them, you know. And then this guy wanted to buy it from me, and I told him it needed a head gasket, and he goes, "Well, I'll put a head gasket on it, and if that don't fix it, then you can have it back for free, you know." Well, he put a thermostat on it and fixed it, so I said, "Well, I can't buy it now," because he
Because that's
wanted to
going
sell it
to
to somebody. He wanted to sell it to somebody else and make $500. I'm like, I was only selling it to you, not somebody else, so I kept it.
yeah,
I mean,
because the old thermostat weren't closed and that simulated the head gasket problem.
yeah, because it started overheating about like a head
Yeah,
gasket.
yeah.
And I didn't know. I've never had that many. I only had one Ford truck, and I looked it up, and there's like 7 different things that said it could be, you know. And the way my luck always is, it's the most expensive one. But
If in
this
doubt,
time,
take the thermostat out and then run it.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
the
it's
only
good now.
problem is your heating won't work in the winter, but that's like,
Oh, I know. It's a '97, and it's only got 128,000 miles on it. You know, the people that owned it were my nephew's grandpa. It was his father-in-law and his dad, and every receipt was from the dealership. They only put like 5,000 miles on it a year since it was new. You know, and plus it's a 3-door. You know, it's got extended cab. I could sleep in the back of it if I had to, behind the seat,
yeah.
which I had before.
The point is, we have to keep like or keep in touch with somebody who's got a vehicle because I'm on about like brothers and sisters. You know,
Yeah,
people who
because
are
a lot of people don't have vehicles in
spiritually
big cities.
connected.
You know, big city people don't even have a car because it costs too much to park it. It costs as much to pay for it as to park it.
Yeah, yeah.
And people in big cities sometimes never even touch the ground. They're always on pavement. You know what I mean? And their bodies need the ground and dirt, and that's why people get sick and shit like that. You know, they say athletes and farmers and all that are healthy. It's because they're on the ground. You know what I mean? Athletes, they're touching the earth.
Yeah, and take note of the footwear that people are using.
Exactly. Rubber, which you know, it doesn't work. We used to wear all leather, which you know, I guess
Uh-huh.
it's conductive. You know, leather is.
Yeah, the Finnish people like walk on the garden to start their day for good reason.
Well, when I walk down the side, I don't walk on the sidewalk. I usually walk on the grass. Always.
Do you know what I did with because my sandals are leather top but rubber soles, and I tied copper around them so they'd be touching the base. So
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, copper's good.
yeah, but you got to be careful what socks you're wearing as well, because they can insulate you from the copper that's like on the sole of your feet.
Yeah,
So
you
you
know,
got to
they
wear.
say did you ever wear copper like you got to have copper, and if you wear a bracelet when it starts turning black or green on then you don't need any more copper. I mean, it does that when you're done.
Yeah, you
You
know
got
the Book of Daniel. I always wondered why, like in Nebuchadnezzar's image, about the tree that went up to the heavens. why it was banded with copper and iron. They're two
Yeah.
like conductive materials.
Yeah, because there's enough power in the air, and Tesla and them knew how to grab it out of the air, just like radio waves. We could all have free energy. A lot of people think that these big places are getting the energy free and charging us, out of the air.
Do you remember the video, the car that runs on water? A company called Gene Pack,
Oh yeah.
2006. I'll find it now because I
Well,
believe.
there's a guy that I seen where a guy made a motor where he built a different carburetor where it vaporized the gasoline, and he could put like 2 teaspoons in there and go for like 100 miles. But usually a big corporation buys them out and just sticks it on the shelf, because they don't want people to get anything cheap. That's like J.P. Morgan when he found out what Tesla was doing with that tower. He said, "I'm not going to back you anymore," because he said we can't put a meter on free.
Yeah, but his excuse was it blew his power factory up because so much energy come back between that radiant line from the ionosphere.
Like if you have a wind tower or solar or anything on your house, and you produce more energy than you use, then the utilities has to pay you for it.
I'm just looking. It's a different video that I saw in the past. Got it. This the video originally was from 2006. This is 2009, and the company was called Gene Pack. I can tell you that. I don't know what. That's not.
Well, a lot of people think that the nuclear plants run on steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, actually, this video mentioned Gene Packs, but this is a car that will run on a pot of tea from a Japanese motorcycle company, a huge thing, and they were about to set off on production.
Elon Musk just came out with some new engine that's different than the one we use.
And apparently Elon has joined the conspiracy movements as far as the vaccination is concerned.
He bought Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz this week. Wonder how much you paid.
I take notice of everything Elon Musk says, but I don't trust him.
No, I think he's already. Used the Neuralink to hook up because he acts like a robot to me sometimes, like he has no emotions. And all they needed was our hands aren't fast enough for AI. I mean, we can't. We just can't go our brain to our hands. And they're trying to. They couldn't find a way to hook it into us, but now they got that. They cut out the back of your skull and put a port in it and shit, and you can download anything you want to your head.
Yeah. What you'll notice is these people who suddenly U-turned on the vaccination issue did it at the very last possible moment, including Elon Musk. And if he was genuine, he would have done it right at the very start. But he only did it when the narrative started to collapse massively.
Oh, yeah, he's a bandwagoner. I saw today where somebody in, I don't know what country it was, but they were saying that the RNA, the stuff they're giving people does interact and connect to your DNA. I mean,
it does. It's the mRNA, which means messenger.
Yeah,
it's a messenger to your RNA, towards your RNA. That's what the vaccine
they
is
can
about.
manipulate it. They can manipulate it with frequency. You can do that with anything.
Yeah, they've completely fucked our DNA up because the RNA it interacts with your DNA directly.
Oh, I know. We're just a big battery. You know what I mean? A receiving station, I call it.
Yeah, but I still believe the creator is a million times more smarter than what they have. And I know they've injected the human race or something, and there's been massive casualties. But I know there's something within God's genetic code. And that is massive, 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 massive code.
No, it's got. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I studied all that. It's unbelievable. There's no way it was random. That's what I hate when they say that shit.
Yeah, what I'm saying is God, predictably, is a lot smarter than these morons who are trying to do something.
It's like we didn't invent math; we discovered it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The days of Noah. You're right, Cindy. I spell it D-A-Z-E though, because we are in days. I mean, look how we are in just our small amount of lifetime, which is a blink of an eye. How the world has changed since we were young. just in that small amount of time. It's
Oh my
unbelievable.
goodness, that's what the world has changed since I wasn't even young. The world has changed in the last 20 years so radically.
Oh, but when we were kids, though, my God, we didn't even have VCRs in high school. I mean, look how far we came since then.
Well, I didn't have VCRs in high school, but I'm aware. No, we
I
did, but it wasn't VCR because that's like a portable
found out
version.
Betamax, you know.
Yeah.
We were poor. We never had nothing like that. We were too poor.
I'm trying to think of the name of it because I had one of their old models from the schools from the 70s.
Oh yeah, the first VCR I had, a friend of mine is going.
Shipton, it was called.
Mine, this guy was going to jail, and it was the kind that was you rented it from the store, and it was like a briefcase with a VCR in it, all one piece of plastic.
I don't know about
And so you rented it from the grocery store.
but it was a VCR.
Yeah, and it was all plastic, mold injected plastic, and it had a handle like a briefcase. And you plugged it in, you know, it was just easy, portable.
Because I looked into VCR technology.
When I had the pawn shop, people would bring in a VCR wanting to pawn it, and that's when they were like, a 4-head was $150, and I go to hook it up, and it wouldn't work, and they're like, I go, I'll tell you what, it don't work. I'll give you $5 for it, and if you bring me back the remote, I'll give you another $5. And a friend of mine would fix them all, and we made big money. And sometimes it was just a fuse. You know what I mean?
Oh, the little LED on the Fergusons.
Inline fuse inside it, you know, would burn out. It wouldn't power up. But you know, like the old Pioneer receivers, I collected electronics. I know everything about them. The old Pioneers receivers that had wood around them, real wood. They had a preamp, and on the back, you had to actually plug into preamp to the receiver on the back with like a C-channeled RCA. And if you didn't plug that in, it wouldn't come on. The power, it wouldn't make any noise because the amp in it was.
So there was no loop.
So people didn't know that, and it sells it for $5. All I do is put that connector on there. I've been into hustling my whole life. Like back in the day, Jensen came out with coaxials and triaxial speakers at Walmart, and people would blow them up. And I told everybody I collected magnets. So they'd give me all their blown speakers, and I'd take them right back to Walmart and get a brand new pair every time. Because they didn't need a receipt then, you know what I mean? Before, you know, they got all sticky about that shit. I mean, I used to go.
You remind me of like one of these characters from the CBS Radio Mystery Theater. There's like different stories and different contexts and different feelings on every episode.
I used to go to the dollar store and buy this like stuff kind of like at Hot Topics or Spencer's, kind of the blackish, you know, like what do they call that? Now they call it emo, but it used to be, you know, like goth, you know, kind of like skull jewelry and weird shit. But I get it at the dollar store after they bought out somebody that they were still selling it at the convenience store, Get and Go, and I'd take it up there and get store credit, and I'd pay $1 and get $10 store credit. Turning it back in.
I don't know whether they used to sell them in your country, but we used to have what's known as the Ferguson TX range televisions, inline tubes.
Oh yeah, we had tube TVs.
Inline.
Go ahead.
It wasn't convergence like the old like 3 dots behind each other. It was a different technology. And they had 2 faults. One was the frame chip, you know, like the scanning coils on the back of the tube. There was a chip that was responsible for that dot that was fired down the CLT, the cathode ray tube, for like pulling it sideways and upwards and scanning it within a specific frequency. The frame chip always used to go. It had like 16 pins, all the line output transformer transistor, and I used to buy them by the dozen from the tip.
Yeah, I used to build circuit boards. When you got to take a chip out and use a solder sucker and all that shit, it's a bitch.
Well, that was back in the days when you could use a soldering iron on a chip.
You know, when I had the pawn shop back in the day, this guy knew he had a radio station called KRFG the Bear, and it was one of those like you know, it wasn't. They were poor, and it was an old station with a big old tower, but he would come in there and like pawn stuff so he could get the tubes, so he could get the radio station back on the air. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It did, you know, and you get real good reception at night, but you know, during the day sometimes it wasn't that good because where it was. And they didn't have brand new equipment. They were using the old style stuff. You know what I mean?
So do you know of anyone in this world who still makes, because I don't, cathode ray tubes for televisions?
I think it's probably the EPA won't let them. You know what I mean? Because it's dangerous and toxic, right?
Well, I've
You
got
have to
nothing
find somebody
against it.
called a new old stock. I knew a guy that had a warehouse full of Model T parts, brand new in the box, called new old stock. You have to find somebody that like had a TV shop that closed it down or something. You know what I mean? Something like that usually.
But the problem with old stock is like the vacuum leaked over a 40 or 50-year period, so that made them.
Sometimes
Because
you find vintage stuff that when people's grandparents die, you know, they just sell it off at auction. You know.
yeah, the bottom line is I bought a CRT television, a black and white one, and I loved it. It looked so vintage, but the tube was knackered, and the reason why a lot of the tubes are knackered because, in spite of the fact that the vacuum tubes, they leak incrementally over a period of time. There's other reasons as well, like the guns, like because of long wear and tear, burn out. But some of them that haven't been used, the vacuum isn't perfect, and they like leak oxygen or oxygen and nitrogen into the tube, which even though they haven't been used, like it still damages them. So old stock doesn't come into that equation because of the time involved. Do you know the pins that go for the glass, like where the plug goes into the back of the tube? Those pins, like eventually, like it's not a perfect vacuum. Squashy, if you're talking, I'm not hearing you. Oh, it's because he's gone again, hasn't he? Well, I will wait for a few moments. I know Scarborough Squash Station, Sasquatch Station, but it's. What can I play? I was watching him on the YouTube stream, by the way, so I didn't realize he'd gone until he stopped talking.
Awesome.
There you go, he's back.
Yeah. All right, you gonna play?
No, I was just like doing something in between until he come back. I sang a song when he was away, by the way, so you have to go back stream to find that one. Sasquatch, I've got to be going in a minute because it's 2:18 a.m. in the UK and I'm getting very tired. Has he gone again? No! For fuck's sake. I'm going to buy him a laptop for Christmas. It's probably doing something in his accommodation at the moment, which involves his broadband connection. So. What if I told you that I love you so? And would you reach out and not let me go? And what if I told you the truth? Would you know? Ted Nugent, 1982. I'd like to see that. It's a cruel world. Oh, he's back again.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Why do you keep disappearing? What's going
I don't
wrong?
care. It just keeps kicking me off. I don't know what's going on.
I'm only like staying on for long enough to say goodnight to you, Sasquatch.
If something happens where it kicks me off, just play music till I get back.
I can't because I'm tired. I need to rest now. But I was trying to hold it together until he came back. Is she still here? Hello? I'll check it out, Cindy. Welcome back, Sasquatch.
I know. I was talking to you and I looked down and I was gone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Cindy has a lot of music on her channel.
I know, but she said it's on it. Can you switch the YouTube side up, Squatchy?
Why, are you hearing double?
I've got echo. Echo. Had echo. Cindy, you said it's on your channel, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Personally, I think Sasquatch is under demonic attack tonight. It's probably something to do with my presence. Not that the demons are around me, but they don't like me speaking to like fellow Christians. He's gone again. I just know he's going to like disappear now. There he goes. Mamma mia. Oh, let me do something therapeutic then. That is not of my own originality. Whoops. You can tell I'm getting tired, but I'm also cramped with space at the moment, even though I'm in a huge room. Well, if you got the link to that Scarborough Sasquatch station, I'd love to see it. Whoops. What? I have also. Oh, Cindy, thank you. Let me just save that a minute. Save link as open. No, I've done the wrong thing. So that's two different links she's posted there. Copy link address, WordPad. Set it the first link, second link. Scarborough, I'll post. I don't know if you're connected with me, but I'll post my channel. Just drop me a line on there. Like, I have my channel set so people can post links. If they can't post links, that's nothing to do with me because I've set it to be open. But that's YouTube politics. But copy Meek's channel. There you go. All right, Cindy, two different versions of the same song. I'll because I'm going to be leaving here in a minute. Because I think the problem with Sasquatch is there's like some kind of like maintenance going on with where he lives at the moment, and it's not going to get any better. I did, yeah. All right, Scarborough, and so I'm going to be leaving in a minute because two reasons. I'm getting very tired. What's Cindy posted now? Let me just check it. Copy link address, open new window. Oh, it's my channel she's posted. That's very good, Cindy, because you posted like directly from the video section without like the first page. So I'm impressed. Thank you. I'm still sub to you, by the way, Cindy, with the bell activated. But I've been away for quite a while because of there's been a lot going on in my life, so I've literally been out like hanging on to my own sanity. Because I've been under what I can only describe as demonic attack. Not that there's been like manifestations of that, but you know, when things are going on in your life, when you know there's certain players beyond this world who are not happy with the stance that I've been taking, then you know. Oh, there you go. Cindy, I'll check those 2 videos out before I go to sleep tonight because I've saved them in WordPad. Let me just check again, make sure it's still there. And no Scarborough, no poltergeist. What I'm talking about is when, do you know, like with Job, the book of Job, when things start going wrong in your life and there's like certain things taking place where that like completely messes everything up. I can't even explain it at the moment. I can, but I'm too tired to bloody well explain it. But it's something that's like been affecting me, been affecting my friends, been affecting my family, and it's like trying to cause division and also trying to cause problems within the matrix itself. And but I'm currently describing myself in the same way as like Tim Robbins, who played the main role in the Shawshank Redemption film, who crawled through 2 miles of shit and come out clean at the other side. That's where I am right now because I did the right thing. And that's probably why I've been banned from 2 channels within the last 7 days, because for whatever reason, they don't know my story, but there's like certain influences from another dimension. I'm on about a satanic dimension that influences these people and influences their emotions in a way that they don't even know why they're reacting towards me in the way that they do. Because everything that was projected towards me failed. And I don't give the credit to myself. I give the credit to God Almighty, because he somehow managed to, against all odds, make things work for me, but for the better. And everything come out like roses, hunky-dory. They do, Cindy. They do. Cindy, it'd be great if you can come on one night when we're on panel and Scarborough Sasquatch Station. I don't know if you do or don't, but it'd be nice to talk to you one day. I'm going to log off now, so I love you all. Don't give up and keep shining. I thought Sasquatch had showed up in text, and that's why I paused. Darlene, I love you too. So, you people can, you too, Maud. I'm going to go now because I don't know what to say next because I'm so sleepy. 2:33 a.m. in the UK, and I'm on normal sleeping time, so I've got to get up early tomorrow to sort some more stuff out. So I'm gonna sleep. Right, all right. But Cindy, I will check those 2 videos out before I go. So sleep well, everyone.